Hello everyone, and welcome to this new match for the Metroid Prime 2 Echoes Randomizer Mentor Tournament. I'm Storm, I will be commenting this alongside Drake, hello.
Oh, hello. We got Sasquatch and Stachifer. No mentors, as is usual with the bracket stage. This is winners round one still for these two players. Sasquatch seeded 10th, and Stachifer is 23rd. This is a Nye seed, and we got new patcher plus multiplayer items. And here we go.
Interestingly, it is not the first time these runners are facing each other. They actually had a match on round 2 of the Swiss phase. So it's actually the second time they meet. I do believe the first time was Stachifer took it. Let me check. No, it was Sasquatch who actually took it in that match, so we'll see. We'll see what happens this time.
Mm-hmm. All right, our good buddy Umos is giving us screw attack. Okay.
Pretty classic start. We take that. Alright, so we pick a screw attack and we get our first hints right off the bat. Telling us...
Nothing. We will never know.
It's nothing because we have a little freeze. Oh, that's a joke hint. Okay.
It's a joke.
Reminding us how we farm light and dark beam ammo, very important.
Indeed. Now we fight the Bertlings. Albert, wait for the makeup, and then murder Albert, and then etc. You guys know the drill.
Oh, so Sasquatch I think triggered
what
the fight
suspicions?
before scanning the gate. Oops.
What suspicions do we have about screw attack starts? While we wait for the Bertlings and Albert to die? Anybody in the chat have any suspicions about a screw attack start seed? We love our superstitions around these parts. Whether you be a Pod W checker, a GFMC disliker, a Sank enjoyer.
Like Baja.
There are some people. There's like one. I can't remember who it was specifically. One runner actually kind of likes going to Sank rather than Torvis, which is like really weird. I know Bra has been conditioned into having a bioenergy production bias due to dramatic events of the past.
Sometimes he'd leave quite a mark on you. And you never run the same again.
Lay bombs in a main in Sand Canyon, says Steve in chat.
It's a nice seed, K-Rock.
It is a nice seed, yeah. Oh yes.
And Albert is finally down, gives us space jump, so space jump's crew attack from the start. Do we want to do a GFMC play right away? Might be something in a crate.
Yeah, grab this no matter what it is.
Yeah, it's a slope jump, classic. There we go, missile expansion. We take it, we didn't have any missiles yet. It is a rather comfortable start so far. Have to see where it gets us, because that void opens a decent bit. Like, what's Ordean logic right now? GFMC crate.
There you go, yeah, GFMC
crates. Transport. Pole access A. That's all actually, I think. Right now.
Is that Dark Beam?
Did not see anything yet.
Let's see.
E-Tank and Sarge can be as vanilla, and we take it.
Yeah. Oh, this is something.
Going for it.
It was so dark I couldn't tell what it was. That means it's probably.
That's Dark Beam. Yeah, it's Dark Beam. Oh, Dark Burst!
No,
oh, never mind. Never mind.
Alright. Well,
Dark Burst.
now does Stachifer also get baited?
Sasquatch chooses not to go to GFNC for now.
Looking at the list of logical checks, can we open up comm area with screw attack?
No, we cannot.
Okay. Never know sometimes. Can't do.
So yeah, as I mentioned, I'm pretty sure it's just GFMC crate, pole access A, and Aegon transport right now.
Okay.
do not believe anything more than that. We have a key on the
Being
cursed
cursed
lake.
lake.
Could be a sky temple key.
Mm-hmm.
Sasquatch probably rolling into the wall as he's trying to write down the hint. I do that sometimes.
Yep. Good habit.
Second hint. Emerald Translator and Temple Grounds. That might be what's on GFMC. Oh, and that's
There's
launcher.
a launcher. So Aegon Temple is now logic.
Right. Yep. Aegon Temple and also Central Mining Station and Command Center as well. So right now it is not a bad idea to continue to Aegon. I wouldn't be surprised that Emerald Translator actually turns out to be on crate maybe. Something that would be pretty funny right now is Emerald Translator on crate and Transport A actually has bombs.
Oh, a clean peek in a mining plaza. Looks like a
that?
missile to me.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna double check just in case.
I think that's a missile expansion.
I have made the mistake of thinking that's Seekers before, so I'm going to double check on a higher quality stream.
Yeah, both are running the same for now. Neither wanted the early urgency check. Both going to Aegon.
Yeah, it looks like a missile to me.
So we reach Mining Station A. We do want to fight the pirates, and also remember to look at what's up there. That's an E tank. Yep, that's an E. And we probably take Portal Access A here.
I think on our way back we might even just grab the E because of the B layer.
I would take it honestly. Like, we don't have much. It doesn't take very long when you have the layer with the hive on the wall. So. Okay, it's just a more expansion.
So, Aegon Temple or Labs for Sasquatch? What do we do here? I'm not sure I like either play. Either play is comfy to do.
I think I would at least open the gate here. Oh, Sasquatch are attempting to get that E right now. I mean, I'd probably open the gate, kill Bomb Guardian, and probably check Command Center and Southern Main Station after that, then go back up to Temple Grounds. And Sasquatch, well done, getting the extra E here.
Aegon Temple it is.
Not gonna open the gate, gonna do straight to Bomb Guardian. It's logical, we did get that launcher.
Only 5 logical checks right now.
Yeah.
No, excuse me. I miss 4. GFMC box.
correct.
Well, Transport A access technically is logical now with the missile launcher.
Well, technically, yeah. If it is, if it was Emerald there,
Yeah.
which it could be. But it's available as a dangerous check, basically.
Yeah.
In practice, it's not dangerous because that's a neat little safe station right there. If there was any problem. And Sasquatch going for the 2-cycle bomb gun in. You know, to precisely fire 1 normal shot, 1 missile, and 1 charge beam. And on the second stun, 1 missile and 1 charge shot. And that does just enough damage to 2-cycle it while avoiding some annoying thresholds of damage. So, well done.
Vanilla bombs again!
Right.
That is the second race today we've had vanilla bombs.
It's working very well. Stachifer is right there himself.
Doesn't know the quick kill though.
Yeah, though. Listen the quick kill there. They're gonna take a bit longer to kill. This is what happens when you don't be precise. Like, there's some threshold of damage which forces the Mongolian out of the stun and you cannot do as much damage as you could. Oh, hello, suit.
Wow. Alright. I don't think that does anything for us yet, not until we have beams.
Yeah,
if we find Powerbomb Light Beam, then Hazencliff comes into logic.
Super Missile with Battleground logic as well.
Yeah.
As right now, while runners could decide to do jump gun with those bombs.
I feel like that's the most sensible play.
And it would be especially comfy with to ease and the dark suit.
Indeed.
No dark
Space jump as well, no bomb jump chicanery to get to Trial Tunnel. Hey there.
Squad occupation makes extremely comfy. Ooh, Sasquatch. Oh, such a mining station access.
Okay, mining station access.
Here.
Okay. Makes perfect
I'll be
sense.
surprised to not see Jim Gunn not here. Not an E.
Left or right? Right.
We're going left. And we definitely want to do this here. It's logical, and when we go back to Temple Grounds, most likely after, we'll be able to pick up the item on top of the ship. Which only appears once Jim Gardens being killed. Which... Sasquatch is following the same path so far. No deviation in routing.
Just slightly weaker movement in some cases.
No power bombs or light beam for the quick kills here.
Nope.
I have to suffer through those guys.
Curious what the combat logic is for this.
I mean, logically, when you encounter them, you just have power beam missiles, I'm pretty sure, in the actual game. So.
I'm talking about energy tanks, I think.
Oh.
We have enough, logically. Temple Assembly set is logical. Central mining station access is logical. So we have 2 tanks at least.
Yeah, that's true. Is that even a requirement for health index? I'm actually curious now as you mention it.
Yeah, it might be worth looking up, because sometimes, like...
I'm actually gonna do that.
Yeah. So if you do have... If it does require you to do Bomb Guardian before you go here, it might actually matter. These dudes do some significant amount of damage, but Stachifer did skip... Say again?
They can really do a little damage, yes.
Stachifer did skip mining station access. That is the only difference in the route so far.
What's the room? It's called Portal Terminal, right?
Yeah, Portal Terminal, yes.
I don't even think there's a logic for the... I don't think anything is required for those parts.
Wow. Not even, like, Charge Beam? Because you can start without Charge Beam. It is possible. For some reason, Leno likes to do it.
Checking the logic, there's nothing, like, it's not even considered an event to do the fight, so...
Wow, okay. That's... Maybe that should be taken into account. Just in case you start without Charge Beam, you have to do the entire fight with,
Yep.
Is that a missile? That is a missile.
Yep. Yeah, as far as the game is concerned, that fight does, as far as Randomizer is concerned, that fight doesn't even exist, so...
Okay, yeah.
Yep. No requirement whatsoever. And so both runners going for Jump Guardian.
Yep.
It's a rather simple choice here. Here we could just screw attack across. Probably want to do Boom Closet. Though it doesn't matter that much right now. Since we have Space with screw attack, we can easily go back up. And here we want to bully the Jump Guardian. Who's invisible but still vulnerable. Looks like Sasquatch is going with just fully charged power beams shots. I think you need 22 of them to get the Jump Guardian basically to 0.
For electing to go through dueling range. Interesting. I think that's just a blunder. I think this is a mistake, yeah.
That's a bit longer. Yeah, E-tank injection site. Oh yeah, so that's why they're using the missiles. Alright. Now we go into the fight, and this Demon Guardian has no life, so... There you go. Stachifer opting to check the boom closet first. Imagine it's a light beam in there.
That would suck.
Okay, Jump Guardian, that's just a burger. But we take it. We didn't have any yet. That's just this. Okay, so pre-dead Jump Guardian loop. So
yeah, so Transport Center. Next we have Transport Center, and the only thing we have left in Aegon is Transport Center, Command Center,
after that
Central
we
Mining
go
Station.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
I
otherwise
think
I think
after that, you probably want to go back to Temple Grounds.
yeah, I think yeah, you get transport center, save warp, do your hive chamber B and A loop into
Yeah,
take that
I think
power into
taking
comm
I
area.
think taking the elevator will be faster than say warping in that case. But yeah.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. Taking the elevator is probably faster. Yeah.
I think Stash has been missing this from gone there. Oops. There. So Squash is gonna be peeking what's in direction south. Gonna see just a knee.
We know our instant Dormorphs. Nice. Glad to see it.
And going back that way. Why not? I just hope he doesn't save warp and forget the transport center item.
That'd be unfortunate. Hopefully it's
At
just a
least
save. Saves are nice. You never know
early on,
when.
especially. Though I think it's not very risky here. With Darksuit and Audio ease. Okay, now we go on.
Yeah, much. This route's really smoothly.
Yeah, that works out well. So yeah, after that transport center, then Temple Grounds, and yeah, you probably want to do Hard Chamber A, B, and a GFMC loop. We're probably gonna find an Emerald Translator with that hint we got earlier.
Yeah. We also have a power bomb expansion, so we can check Dynamo Chamber. And if we're feeling up to it,
That's
we
correct.
can even check Wind Chamber.
Very possible. Stachifer did not do enough damage, so still have Tomb Garden still has a bunch of life there. So I have to do a bit more of the fight. We miscounted the shots. Go. It's TK on Transport Center. We take it. We do take it.
I have no idea what number that is. Cannot tell
I think
at
that's
all.
8? I think it said 8.
It might even say number 6, honestly.
Expected Sasquatch is now gonna take the elevator back up. And we're gonna be clearing a big wall of temple grounds here. There's plenty we can do. So yeah, so far, pretty standard and reasonable routing. Nothing crazy.
Yep. Oopsie. We only got one.
Only one other things got destroyed. We just fired the missile too early. Stachifer surprised me. He didn't go to transport center. Is going back through pole access A.
Gonna do labs?
He wants to do lab, but probably should have checked out for some center.
Or maybe is correcting the hot dog on mining station access?
No.
What?
Where is he going?
There's nothing here.
Yeah, I'm pretty confused.
Okay.
What is this? This expansion on DMT. Yeah, not quite sure what Stachifer had in mind there. It looks like he's going back for transport center now. Elias just losing a few minutes here. Nice and stun morph. And now we get to check out chamber B, which very often is something.
Not
This
this
is
time, though.
yet another E.
Yep.
We're not gonna be lacking for life in this one, I think.
Number 6. Wow.
Oh, it was 6 after all, huh?
The the blur. The blur on red text, man. It's brutal.
Beautiful pixels.
Oh yeah, that might be it. Maybe like he got that burger. It was like, oh, I could do some Kevin, but yeah, no wait, no light, no light beam.
Yeah.
So.
That's a good guess.
Alright, so nothing was in either chamber A or B. So, well, let's go to the GFMC loop now.
Yep. Good time to do it.
Got the burgers. We can do Dynamo chamber on the way, right here.
Question is, do we do wind chamber?
Personally,
I know you're a
always
wind chamber
this.
enjoyer, but I've been losing favor of the wind chamber recently. Mostly, my rationale is mostly that like the better time to do wind chamber to me is after you get supers. I know on your way to Taurus. That's what it usually feels like. Oh, that's a key.
If you have supers as you pass by.
Calm area is
Dark Aegon key 3. It also depends how comfortable and how fast you can do the dashes to get across.
another key.
Alright, so there's a decent chance we'll be needing Dark Visor on this seed.
Yep.
We go on, so chances are we're gonna see an Emerald Slayer in here.
Emerald unlock for us. I don't think it does anything, does it?
Or Transport A.
Ah, excuse me, yes. There
Yep,
it is,
that's
yeah.
what I expected at the start when I saw the hint, so... I wouldn't be surprised to find maybe like something like Dog Beam on Transport A after all then.
Yeah.
We can check the FTA hint though. Here, very nice. Definitely want to do that, and if we know it, do the peak.
Donut hot dog. We'll open the door, sure. And then grab a power bomb. And then
Maybe
check the ship.
Sasquatch does want to do wind chamber here. And yeah, definitely don't forget the top of ship here.
Yeah. Although, at this rate, Baja will be vindicated for thinking that there's nothing on top of ship and you shouldn't even bother checking it.
That's Stachifer is reaching out chamber A now. The beam in Central Mining Station. Ooh, this would have been nice to actually pick earlier. So we are not doing the FTA peak here. Please do look at the top of ship though.
Oh.
We're gonna do the wind chamber peak here.
Okay. Does worry me a little bit.
Just hope he doesn't forget top of ship. As
That looks like
I think double damage or infinite ammo, I
looks
think,
around, yeah.
actually. It looks pretty big. Yeah, it's that. Yeah, it's double damage.
Okay.
I could actually get it now. They know the trick with the screw attack.
Might actually be worth to go for. It looks like we are.
Oh, Sasquatch looks like he's trying to go for it.
Might be a little off. The camera's a little... Okay.
Yeah, you want to be looking down here. So yeah, what you can do here is BSG onto a little standable ledge, and then you can just screw attack over to the atom. Sasquatch is not quite on it right now. Not getting the instant unmorph here. No, it wasn't too far off. Also, you only need to do the 2 BSJ here, you don't need to do triple.
I think we might be unmorphing a bit too early here. Camera was messed up there.
So a bit too much against the wall, I feel, doesn't help.
Yeah, it kind of feels like we're unmorphing too early. We're unmorphing before even the third bomb hits us. Yeah. This is giving Stachifer time to catch up here. It's a lot of time.
So he needs to be looking further down, because else he's not gonna be seeing where he lands. Maybe quite frustrating here. Could also be trying the method of squat attacking with a slow jump from away, which could be easier actually.
Is there a soft lock risk for that?
Yeah, there is, but I've never landed into it. Oh, almost, but he just doesn't have the visibility. He's kind of moving around blindly when he's up there. It's the point you're not looking down. Yeah,
we're
I
bailing.
think he's bailing, yeah. Ish. You shouldn't waste too much time for double damage. Okay, it's another chicken key. Oh, another. That's the first one actually.
So Chica cannot have power bombs, or well, Chica cannot have power bombs or grapple or supers. Doesn't tell us much.
Doesn't know the method with just screw attacks, so I'm just gonna bailing in on this. Yep. An prudent decision. You don't want to be losing too much time over an item that's kind of marginal here.
Oh, speaking of power bombs, this is logical. Never mind, that key is logical.
That's actually main problem with our ship. Okay, Sasquatch gonna check that now.
Okay,
Always
a lot
check
of
double check.
power bombs do actually for us right now. I don't think much. I think we've just done our 2 power bomb checks.
Right now, well, Dynamo Chamber, but already did this, and
Yeah,
that
we
was
already did
nothing.
it. Wind Chamber Gateway we just did.
Yep, that would Gateway in logic. Actually, what was in there? I completely forgot. Was there anything Gateway?
Wind Chamber Gateway was a key.
Oh yeah, the Chica key.
Yeah, the trigger key.
So Sasquatch doing a little jump here, so you don't need to detect the cannon. And here we just go to Temple Transport A. We know there's a beam in
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt, the question is which beam?
Annihilator would be the funniest.
Another will be the funniest, yeah. Like it could be Dark Beam, it could be Light Beam. Dark Beam would probably be the nicest one to find. Light
Actually,
Beam is
wait,
still
could it-
decent.
Could it be Annihilator? Yeah, it could be.
No, it could be Annihilator. You could have Annihilator with like Dark or Light Beam in Doomed Entry.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Could be something. What do we have here?
Ember.
Ember.
Okay.
I think this would have been a pretty good play to do this from the very start, because you would have gotten Ember on your first trip to Aegon. Like, if these runners had gone immediately to FMC, they would have found the Emerald, and they would have been able to do Transport A right away, and would have got that Ember as well. I don't know overall if this would be better. It depends on what hint we find in Ember, in Aegon. But definitely would have been a good play as well to just go to FMC right away from the start.
The thing is, we would have been punished because of that, the power bombs on the ship. We wouldn't have known that those were available for a while.
We might have had to return later, yeah.
Yeah.
But
which is fine because we have an expansion. It's just that like we wouldn't have the logical information.
Yeah, that is fair.
That things like Sank might be in logic, which like we might tear our hair out looking for power bombs or for some sort of progression. Maybe we don't have Dark Visor Seekers yet, and we start thinking, oh, maybe our entrance into Sank is Dark Visor Seekers.
Then again, it could be hinted on Ember.
That is true. That is an option as well.
Ember is a powerful thing to find early. So, Sasquatch not gonna be returning to Aegon. Gonna be checking the hints most likely, and getting that beam in Central Money Station, whatever it is. It could be any beam. It's most likely to be dark or light, but Annihilator is not impossible. What would be funny would be Annihilator in Central Main Station, Echo Visor in a command center, and then something like Davium Profit Path.
If we get Light Beam, I think we open up Vent Area A.
Yeah, we do. I think if we get it, we immediately back out and do Vent Area A. And Sun Camion too, that's logical then.
Yeah.
Even could do Spider Treasure. Let's get hit checking Hastings Cliff. Okay, Chica dead. We don't need those keys.
Energy tank or ETM?
It was an edge tank.
Okay.
E on Chica.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Station A,
Sandcache. We
Sandcache,
of
yeah.
course also wanna check Sandcache here. I'm the professional person for getting Sandcache. So.
Mhm. Apparently we got
That's
stuck on the bug.
yeah,
That
that's
can
happened to
happen.
me as well sometimes. It's kind of weird. Dark
Dark
Visor.
Visor.
Oh yeah, I wasn't that far off, but it's Dark Visor instead of Echo. Right. Nothing in Sandcache. Right, so we got a beam in Central Main Station, and we got a Dark Visor on Command Center.
I don't think a Dark Visor does anything for us yet until...
No, not yet.
We could have something fun here, like light beam into... No. No. I mean,
We wouldn't.
we'll just see what this beam is.
Super
It could be fun, like Annihilator, Doomed Entry, light beam, Battleground Cache, Dark Beam. Or something
possible.
like that. That would be fun.
Stachifer following the same path still, so they're still running the same way the two others so far.
Oopsie.
Yeah, you gotta actually get a fight here. I think the only way is to do kind of PSJ from the crate or something. I've never managed to do it myself. If you want to avoid the fight here. Yeah, I'd say if it's light beam, back out to vent area A. I look like Dark Beam, I think. If it's Dark Beam, just commit to labs here.
The great thing is, though, is that we have Dark Burst. So it matches our toolkit. Although I don't know if Stachifer got Dark Burst, I'm gonna... While I have the time, I'm gonna go check, because that is very humorous.
Yeah, I do think that's Dark Beam. From the little I saw.
Stachifer also got Dark Burst.
Yeah, Sasquatch choosing to reset the room so we can get the hint for Battleground. That's fair. There's a Dark Visor lying right ahead.
Yeah, it is. Just in case. Oh, we're gonna do the BSJ.
We're not good. Yeah, we're gonna do a little single BSJ on here. Simple and easy.
Nice.
We don't even need to break anything else. That's screw attack. Just blow up the thing up there and screw attack over. Yep, that is definitely down. Alright, so we probably just want to go clear the labs with that now.
Mm-hmm.
Since that opens up storage B and D. Beam related on Battleground. Oh, we
For
could have
really
something
feeling spicy and conservative, we could have gone Mineshaft, but I doubt we're doing that.
I really wouldn't do it this. I think labs is a bit more interesting here. Mineshaft's a bit out of the way. Though the advantage would be you could also go get that Ember hint nearby.
Shooting the trigger, I guess we're gonna do... Yeah, I guess we could do labs after.
I think here might have been more optimized to shoot the trigger then actually go to storage B and come back.
Well, the idea is that we're gonna go to storage B anyway. We're gonna go through bioenergy. That's maybe what we're thinking.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I just prefer, especially with screw attack, I think it's better to enter bioenergy from the other side, which is to screw attack all over directly and avoid the fight entirely. Which is a bit of time. So I usually don't enter bioenergy from the normal way, but I can. Right, so we got a Dark Visor. Not quite usable yet.
Going up.
Interesting. Sasquatch they're probably just gonna go to Dark Summers right now. And do the whole loop in reverse. Guessing is the plan here.
I'm not sure that's better. That puts us farther away from the safe station.
Well, Stachifer doing the same BSJ to get on top there. Not reloading the room for the hints, just gonna get the duck beam right away. I'm confusing my words a lot. Dark Beam, Dark Visor, Dark Switch.
Okay. Powerbomb worked there.
There goes Dark Summers.
That was a weird way to do the fight, but it worked out.
And let's check storage D.
I'm gonna pick it up no matter what here.
Yep, as it forces the room to reload. And makes the key bearer hint and the item appear.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think we only have... Actually, no, we do. We have Inkesh 4 as well. Oh, a key.
That's the red key. We want to destroy the glass before actually. You can actually.
Might be a little low.
It's
Yeah.
too low. Yeah, too low. You can actually break the glass across the bars and actually scan.
Oh my god.
And Dark Oasis has a key as well. That's starting to be a lot of keys on key bearers. Huh? Well, thankfully about Dark Visor, but there's now 2 checks that might require light suit as well. That's a bit too high up. You want to about space jump when your crosshair passes over the floor, basically, where the hole is.
And where the height of your screw attack is determined based on what? Remind me again?
That's based exactly on where you space jump.
Okay. Oh, we're just bailing. We're not even bothering with it. Okay.
Why not?
Yeah.
Goes touch B then.
We know Chick is dead. Yeah, only Chick is dead, yeah. Another key, oh boy, just swimming keys.
So that's supposed to be Ing Hive key. Yeah, Sasquatch probably about to be quite disappointed here. Oops, that's a bonk. Stachifer going to Bioenergy now. So Stachifer just need to do it the right way around. Sasquatch decided to do Dark Summons and went back around. I'm not gonna be following Stachifer. So they remain pretty close. Did Stachifer pick up his Dark Visor? I don't think he did. Not yet, at least.
No, not yet.
It doesn't look highlighted. A bit confused why he hasn't picked it up yet, but we'll see. Nice, took care of the 2 arrow troopers quickly. Now, what's the item up there? Is the question. That doesn't look like anything. Oh, Sasquatch is having some extra Metroid on top because he already killed Dark Summers.
That's right.
Yeah, Stachifer is actually using a little trick here. You can actually get yourself up there and screw attack. No supers though, I'm not sure what Stachifer went to that gate in particular. And here you wanna be careful, you wanna space up low to avoid the seeding, which is full of invisible collisions that like to bonk you. So well done, some decent movement by the Stachifer in the room there. Not wasting any time.
Yeah, maybe this is why we don't do Dark Summers first. So we don't have to deal with this
Yeah. Those Metroids are pesky.
Yeah.
And the Sasquatch was actually not thinking of the movement that Stachifer did, so actually lowering the platform instead of doing that trick with the space jump and screw attack. So it's actually Stachifer gaining time on the Sasquatch there.
Yeah, pretty significantly.
And it's also why, especially if you're going Dark Summons first, you might as well just enter this room from the left instead of the right here. So you don't have to do any of that. Stachifer did pick up the Dark Visor, okay. Yeah, it's just a bit hard to see on his tracker. It's all muddled.
Oh, it is on his HUD. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. The green background makes it hard to tell.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was thinking. Oh, Sasquatch, I think going for the storage C peak here. So here you can screw attack, it's a bit precise, you can screw attack into this tunnel there to pop out of bounds, and you can use that to then, there you go, perfect. This also lets you also skip the puzzle, because you can actually miss all those things.
Yep.
And yeah, and then you can do a little bit of wall crawling to check storage C. So Sasquatch choosing that. And Stachifer probably gonna be taking on Dark Summons here. Stachifer struggling a little bit here. Trying to either jump, jumping at like a 3-frame window here. You must jump on the door, like there you go, a little hop. So it transitions the room, get on top of the ether box sitting here. Stachifer missed the one shot with the power bomb here, just a little bit of health left from Dark Summers. Sasquatch is in the box seating right now, so I can just walk to the door, morph to fall back down, transition the room with a hop, and look at the item. Oh, that's an SDK.
Gonna go for
Easy.
that.
Oh, looks like he's going for it.
Oh my
That's
god! Wow.
spicy. Because the escape is not that easy here. I actually
Yeah.
hate it. Sasquatch going for it now. So here when you can see retransition room to bioenergy, so the game thinks you're in bioenergy. That actually changes how the game treats collision with this room right now. And this allows you to do some funky stuff like less, called the Sin Warp, where you just use a bit of your momentum to clip through. And now the way out is to like you can do like kind of a screw attack into this, and because the collision once again are a bit messed up right now, you can have the game literally just face you to the floor. So that's what Sasquatch is trying to do here.
Kinda crazy that we're doing this in a Metroid tournament.
I
Kinda
do
crazy.
hope it
I'm
doesn't
happy to
take too
see
long to do it. I mean, it can really pay off here. Just has to not take forever to get out.
Yeah,
As personally I do.
and the detour out, or rather the detour to grab this key later is kind of nice. And yeah, just to point out here, our only logical checks remaining are Doomed Entry and Cache 1 and Cache 4 and Mineshaft, and Stachifer just pointed that out.
Space and grounds be logical right now.
We don't have a beam to get there, do we? Yeah, we don't have 2 beams for that.
Well, it could be.
Oh, Phase and Ground's dangerous action. That's what you mean. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, dangerous action. Yes.
Yeah.
Sasquatch not getting the clip still for now. So since he hasn't saved before that in a while, he pretty much is committed to doing this.
Yep.
He has to get the clip back out. Here, myself, I've taken the re-SU instead.
Oh. I would have liked to see Stachifer save and then go to Doomed Entry instead.
Doomed Entry is safe anyway because... oh, there you go. Very nicely done. Sasquatch got the clip. Is now back out of bounds.
Might be in Mineshaft.
Live beam Mineshaft, ooh. So now Sasquatch can do some laser jumps to climb back up. And do another scene warp, this time back into bioenergy production to get back in bounds. I mean, it's nicely done. It didn't take too long to get the escape, so it might save time. Like, he won't have to come back later for this. Like, so you can see he's transitioning the room. So now the game thinks it's in storage C, and now that messes up the collision with bioenergy, and boom, another scene warp, and we're done. Very well done to Sasquatch there. It's not easy, especially the escape.
That's a significant advantage.
Yep. Now what's important is he needs to go check my job. Because that light beam is there now. So now, if you're Stachifer, where do you go? Taurus is logical now, I believe. We have Suit, Dark Beam, Light Beam, Ember. Yeah. I think Taurus would be a good play now. Eventually, we can check Pod W as well. We could do Spot a Treasure while we're here. Amazing Cliff is in logic, and it's pretty easy to grab Hall of Coin Mastery. Vent Area A, obviously. That'll be a shame. Oh, Sasquatch attempting also the some processing without boost, which is also an annoyingly tricky one. It doesn't seem to be using.
Looks like another multiplayer item in Vent Area A.
Oh, that's infinite ammo.
Nice.
Yeah, Sasquatch is attempting this without the setup. Might be a bit difficult.
He did struggle with 3BSJs earlier.
Yeah, he did. And here you need a good 3BSJ if you want to do the method to go ahead, or at least a good 2BSJ if you do the method with the ledge. I don't think it would be a good idea for him to insist on this right now. If you don't have a precise setup and you don't get this within a few attempts, like, this is just gonna lose time probably. Meanwhile, Stachifer is going for
Got it?
I got it. Now the hot part is now. Yeah, that's the problem.
Oh.
The hot part is getting the morph up there. But yeah, as I was saying, Stachifer going for the spider treasure play here. So the Sasquatch here, basically you want to do a bone trap, you want to... Oh, very well done actually. Damn. That is very well done for Sasquatch, getting the unmorph there on the second attempt. BSJs aren't very clean, so probably needs to work on his BSJs, but good job on getting the unmorph. It's a lot trickier than it looks. Basically, you cannot unmorph directly in the corner. So what you want to do is like you want to bomb on a little ledge and get the unmorph. The problem is most of the time is first of all you have to time it correctly. And second, the game loves to make you slip off the ledge as you unmorph and fall back down. So it is a lot harder than it looks. Fortunately, not rewarded. It was just a missed expansion.
Calling Chamber was an SDK. And
Oh, that's something in this cliff. That's Spider.
Alright, we can
Spider
go
and
to
Spider
the...
treasure, don't you love it?
Mm-hmm. Logical Spider Ball.
Yeah, that's really logical. Like, I think it's one of my biggest rule at this point is if you can access Spider treasure, do it. Like if it's logical, do it. Even if it's not logical,
There
do
is
it.
always
Just
progression in
do it.
Spider's treasure.
Hazing Cliff, like always has something, I feel.
Yeah.
And if it's not Hazing Cliff, then HCOM often has something. Anyway, that works very well for Stachifer, getting another STK on the way as well. I don't know if he's checked Holocaust Mastery yet.
We did. I'm checking the VOD. It kind of looked like an E-tank, but I'm not exactly sure.
Alright, well, if it's something, it's basically free with Spider now, but I think he would have already went for it else. Because getting it with a screw attack is still relatively simple.
So where does that switch go here? Mineshaft has to be the play.
Yeah, right now not doing Mineshaft is a mistake. But there's not that many things you can do anyway.
Yeah, there's only 3 things: Doomed Entry, Phase on Grounds.
And yeah, and like
Incash
2 of them
4?
are just actions. Oh yeah, no, Incash 4, yeah, but
Yeah.
no, it's going Mineshaft. It's different to play here. Like you usually don't want to be doing the dangerous actions right away. You kind of want to keep them as a last resort thing, or unless you have a hint for them. And right now the closest thing is Mineshaft rather than Incash 4. So. We're gonna get that light beam, and yeah, you can literally see like the light beam into like just looking at the morph tunnel. It's not very subtle. Oop, getting bullied by the roly-polies here. Rude.
About 1 billion things just open up in Logic too. So many things with just the light beam. Many options. I'm not sure.
I was thinking, did Stachifer went and check the Aegon energy controller hints as he passed by here?
No, I don't think we did.
Because I think we do here. Like, we wanna do that.
Yeah.
Stachifer headed back into the labs. Oh, he's going to do dark labs.
Not yeah, I guess we can save warp out and then go to Torvis. I guess.
Yeah, I think
if we're gonna go towards the save station, might as well get like items on the way.
Yeah,
makes sense.
That's fair. That's fair.
There's some stuff in Logic and Sank too, which is like annoying.
Yeah, but it's fightable indeed.
Yeah.
Like Watch Station X is Logic, for example. Watch Station is in Logic, I think. That's something. I'm doing that here. No, that's just people. Yeah, Watch Station would be in Logic. Watch Station would be in Logic. Volt is no, we don't have boost, so Volt is not in Logic. Cat W is in Logic though. Man Research is in Logic.
Well, Lear is in Logic.
Transit Station is in Logic.
Yep. R-Bombs plus Spider. They will do things.
But I'm definitely not a believer of going Sank early. Oh, Sasquatch going for the hint here.
Two
most dead. Could be another on Battleground. Actually, is it? Because he seems to be going over. No.
Oh my
supers.
god.
Oh!
Wow.
We
know who loses this race.
Beam related upgrade. I didn't think of that yet. Supers. Oh, that's actually a massive play by Stachifer here. and as Kat said, Stachifer might decide to do storage C here, wiping the advantage that Sasquatch had with the walk roll. That sucks for Sasquatch there, honestly, at supers here. That's really good by Stachifer there. Good play.
Another key. Oh my god, we're swimming in keys.
Yeah, I sort of been related. I honestly was only thinking of Annihilator, not the supers. Dark Eye going key 2 in Warriors Walk. We could do Incash
Okay.
4 here.
Sasquatch doing. Oh, looking for a PV expansion.
Oh,
and
bomb,
then-
so I think he's going Spider Treasure.
Yeah.
Else he wouldn't be trying to get that.
Stash not deciding. Yeah, deciding against Incash 4. I guess Incash 1 first and then Incash 4, maybe.
Yeah, at least.
Although
Incash was a
Storage
bit
C.
out the way.
Storage C would be nice here. That would be.
That would be bad for Sasquatch, but good for Stachifer, yes. But Sasquatch just spent all his time doing the walk roll. Stachifer not going for Incash 1? Might be safe warping right away?
Maybe
Bit of an
forgot
aggressive
that
play.
you can take just the normal path.
No problems. I think he tried to
Oh,
pop.
we just forgot that we can take the normal path. Yeah, we don't have to do this. This is not a speedrun.
I
We
mean,
can,
maybe he's
in fact-
going to the save station to save warp. Then again, that would be no, that would make no sense. You have taken the one in. There was a save station more nearby when he was at Warriors Walk. So that'd be pretty weird to come here for a save warp. Yeah, Stachifer going all the way around. I'm not sure why. So that's we don't have Annihilator. So we can't exactly check in cache 2 here. But it's just losing a few minutes for nothing there.
What is Sasquatch doing?
He hasn't picked up the spider yet.
Yeah, why was he staring at the item? I think I missed something.
Maybe you should stare hard enough at it, you get it. I don't know. Well, anyway, you're gonna find the spider right now. Yeah. Or you thought of scanning it and realized it's a small model spider anyway. Yeah, that would have been sad to see Sasquatch trying to do a wall crawl here with the spider right near the door.
Yeah, that would have been rough.
Oh, Stachifer doing the whole way around. That is sadly pointless in this case. It's just losing a few minutes. Like maybe if we had annihilated to the Incash 2 on the way, I could see that, but in this case, just not really. That's nothing. We probably shouldn't have picked that up.
Again, a lot
First,
of overblow the flying parts. Flying parts not that big of a deal, but it's just the roomy loading that's more annoying.
Yeah,
Alright, let's Sasquatch go to Torvis here. That's the big play here. If we skip Battleground, that's might be the difference maker here.
yeah, very much so. Like, I'll be honest. I think here there was a chance that in Stachifer's and Sasquatch situation, I think there's a chance that I would have just bailed out on doing any more flaps. Just went to Torvis.
Yeah, I was like thinking that would probably just be the best play.
It's not critical. If you're decently well versed with wall crawls and you have the screw attack, you can skip basically every usage of supers in the game. But I mean, it costs time,
Yeah.
and then you're not quite sure what the logic is. Sasquatch is headed away from Dark Labs. I don't think he's making the play for the supers here. I think he's leaving. Which
makes sense, but
Which
it's
makes
the
sense,
wrong
yeah,
one.
but yeah, unfortunately in this case, it's not gonna play out for him.
Yeah.
This is the first real diversion in path, actually.
Yep.
Right, so Stachifer at this point, Hagon is cleared. Pretty sure there's nothing more to get. I thought it storage C. And I think, oh yeah, Stachifer is going to storage C, right? So that's a bit of a rip for Sasquatch there. The wall crawl not working out for him. With Stachifer is about to get it with supers. Meanwhile, Stachifer is going to be safe warping and on his way most likely to Torvus. There's a few other checks we could do if we wanted. If you want to play conservatively, we could do pot W and phase and grounds here. I think last race I commented, runners actually did this.
Yeah, pretty conservative. Some of like I've noticed a general trend that players tend to be more conservative without their mentors.
Yep. Though it was understandable too because they didn't have their bombs yet. So they were reluctant.
Even in the last few races, even in the last few races where the logic was pretty clear, they tended to be pretty conservative. Tended to stay in on longer. Tended to do obscure checks and stuff like that. Even just in general, for me, what I've seen so far.
You got Stachifer getting that STK that Sasquatch had to work so hard for.
Mm-hmm.
Sasquatch is gonna be headed towards first. Stachifer is still hanging on. So the hints might do a lot. Atable
Aegon,
keys
Sank, and something.
Yeah. And Torvus. So all three of the normal missions.
None of those were Sky Temple key. None of them were Sky Temple ground ones. Oh boy. I mean, I guess those are all available because of the Dark Visor, but in Reliquary is not.
Here we probably just go into Torvus. I mean, we could check STKs if we know the wall crawl. Definitely could do it. Oh, Sasquatch is going for it. Did he save right before? I assume he did, right? Sasquatch is going for the wall call to the STK hints here. So I assume he's gonna do the bonk. He's gonna do the easiest method of that. Well, though the bonk method is very easy as well. That might be a bonk method as well.
Grabbing hints is good. I don't mind. We'll also get to learn whether or not the Curse Likening Reliquary stuff is important.
Alright, so this method, yeah, if you lower that arm, you can literally just like use it as stundable. Here you can literally just jump out of bounds.
Gotta love intended mechanics, Secret Worlds. Just walk out of bounds.
Those are pretty funny. They'll be like, oops, forgot to put a wall here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. Which about a door, which transition? Not quite on the door. Stuck it. There you go. Money Plaza hints. Well, no, we already got that one before. Yeah, let's check it out. I'm surprised that Stachifer didn't scan it before. Probably just forgot. Warrior Grounds just looks like a missile expansion from afar. That looks like an orange glow. Maybe PB. I don't think it's anything. What's here? That's why we're a bit lost here. There you go, find his way again. I do at least like that Sasquatch is definitely knows a bunch of wall crawls and isn't hesitating using them. Pretty nice to see.
Generally good. And grabbing info early is nice to have. It's just unfortunate sometimes you just get punished for leaving Aegon immediately like the pros do. But Sasquatch is going to quickly run into a wall. That's just what Super Missiles does to you. So it's not when you leave Aegon immediately, it's not the worst possible thing that can happen, especially if it's supers, because supers are going to lock you away pretty quickly from progressing any further. The entirety bottom half of Torvus is locked away from you.
Yep. Not quite Sasquatch is not getting a position here. It's getting stuck on something, it seems.
We could go back in bounds and too far
Go back.
forward. Yeah, it makes sense. Just not standing on the right spot. Are we low on health here? No, we're not. Never mind.
No, we still got a decent amount. I'm still a bit confused what he's getting stuck by. He's getting confused himself. There we go.
There we go. Okay.
Sometimes just taking a step back, box. So now we just want to go back to the ceiling. So either jump all the way to the ceiling.
Now we could, if we wanted to be really fancy, do Defiled Shrine.
We
now.
could. We actually could, yeah. It's
For those of you who don't know,
it's actually pretty easy to do it.
yeah.
It's
For
actually
those of you who
really
don't
easy.
know, Defiled Shrine. If you do Defiled Shrine now, you might be like, well, wait a second, we'll be stuck behind the super missile door. Not if you know what you're doing. What you can do, very nicely done by Sasquatch. What you can do is enter the room, but wrong room it, or rather, just don't transition the room. Don't transition to Defiled Shrine. Pick up the item and then walk towards where you would exit landing site normally. Look on the light version. And just walk through the wall. Turns out when you're not transitioned from the room, there is no collision. STK hints time.
I believe the reason is not because there's no collision, it's because you get close enough to the door, to the other door, which causes the room to unload.
Ah, is that what it is?
Because he wants to start loading the room to go towards Sky Temple Gateway.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so inventory, Sangmat Station. Good start. Train chamber. Oh, we got a red key on Phasing Grounds, by the way.
That puts worms into logic.
Mm-hmm. Dark Oasis. Ooh, let's go. Oh, we just need a curse lake.
I believe Dark Oasis is not actually.
Sank entrance.
Entrance. Okay.
Pretty
The last one should be
crappy,
near the sign.
Position right now. Yep. A curse lake. Yep. So
Okay.
all the key bearer hints we saw having keys were all STKs. Right. So logically, what do we need? We need cobalt.
Light suits.
We need light suit. We need
have dark visor.
to beat up the PB Guardian. Don't think we need Annihilator or Echo. No, we do not.
Main reactor was
We
a
need our
Taurus
boost,
key.
though. We need a boost for Sank entrance.
Main reactor is a Taurus key, that's for certain. We can't escape Sasquatch. We do not have the equipment. We either have to die or Secret World here. Are we going to do the Secret World here instead?
Yeah, it's
No,
either,
we're checking War Ritual Grounds, I'm guessing.
I mean, it would have been better to just check it from underneath the map, if you're not sure about what it is there. That's just missing expansion. So yeah, at this point you don't want to die. I think he's trying to hit the hunter to die, but the hunter doesn't want to touch. Yeah, you can actually go back out of bounds to leave. It's a bit slow. Usually we prefer just dying and resetting to the less safe foot. It's not a very efficient way to die. That hunter is not very nice. There you go.
Okay, we definitely need supers. Pretty sure we need those.
Dying is hard indeed. Yeah, Sasquatch took the save there. So now what's Sasquatch gonna do?
Staying in Aegon, good.
Oh, interesting.
Supers.
What does he have in mind? I'm actually surprised he didn't decide to go to 12 instead.
Yeah, it's the incorrect play, but good. Like, the correct play is to go to Tarkus here.
Yeah, it's a Y, basically. That's the question. What does he have in mind?
Are we gonna bust into Torvis to the side? No.
He's going back to the labs.
Mad
Oh,
Lad.
so he's playing Dark Labs. That's the only play that makes sense here. He's going for Dark Labs. I think we'll have to ask him, like, why
Yeah.
didn't he do that before? Maybe he wanted to do a STK hint play and not actually commit to Torvis yet?
No, we'll write it down.
It's in context, I find it a strange play to not go for Torvis, but of course we know that supers are actually on battleground, so this is gonna work out for him. Just not sure what's in his mind about that play. So if you wanted to do Dark Labs, you could have just done them before. And if you were just making the play for STKs, then you might have benefited from taking the safe station that was a bit closer instead, the one labs, instead of going all the way to the one near Main Plaza. We will be asking that at the end for sure.
But like, just genius. Like, actually going, just going here. So, like, oh, Sonic Boom. We'll take it. Foul try and Sonic Boom.
Oh, Stachifer went for it, yeah. Then Seekers will still have to do a bill walk falling, but not as much as Sasquatch had to do.
Oopsie. I guess we'll take the power bomb. If you don't know, you have a Dark Visor. You can lock onto these guys while they're in the pool.
Yep. Oh, Stachifer got the secret wall. Very nice there. You can jump onto standables here. You want to not transition the room, there you go, so you can sit in warp. Well done from Stachifer here. What is he doing now? You're fine, man.
Morph.
Yeah, you gotta do the same warp. There you go. Good job. Right, so Stachifer's getting his supers.
Now, do we do Incash 4 and just stumble into progression? That'd be crazy.
At that point, do it. I mean, if you come back here, might as well fully commit to it.
I agree. And there's a save station right there if we want to save warp.
Yep.
Or take the portal and do the secretless. That is an option if you want to do the secretless.
Yeah, since we already got the STK hints, it's something you could do. You could just do the secretless to go to Torvis.
And also grab some E.
Why not?
But I think whatever we do after this, if Sasquatch does not go to Torvis, I will be very confused. I mean, Sank has a lot in logic, but it's also not nearly as check dense as Torvis, I think.
And also we have Emerald and not Cobalt, so
Yeah.
we want those Emerald hints. That's expansion in Catch 4.
Aside from Worm, which Sasquatch does not know, that's pretty much it for Aegon.
Yep. That's as conservative as we can be for here.
Yep.
Oh,
Unless we
you save
just
warping
bust
here?
out a worm key skip all of a sudden, in which case I cannot fathom the big brain to do that.
I would make sense to make this play, but knowing what Morbid has, and
Yeah.
he doesn't have an STK, so I will serve opening out. We'll save whopping out and go to Torvis now.
Good.
I'm just really curious why after checking the STK hints he decided to go back to labs. Like the purple, the violet hint didn't say anything about superism, right?
Oh, wait, did we check Path of Eyes? Let me check. Maybe we just missed a Path of Eyes hint.
No, I'm pretty sure he didn't do the path of Essence. I mean, he couldn't. Didn't have supers.
Yeah, we would have had to take
If
the
he
portal
went there, he
back.
wouldn't have been able to go back for the STK
Yeah.
hints. So path of Ice stayed behind. Stachifer is probably about to check it though now. I just remain very confused about it.
Yeah, both players going to labs after that is just like... Oh. Open the super missile door, Stachifer did, but didn't go to Path of Ice. Okay. Yeah, and just aside from one Torvisky, they're pretty much equal right now. Like, if you can...
And one Aegon key as well, actually.
Yeah. Alright, Path of Ice. Are we getting bailed?
What
No.
dead? And right now, Stachifer is a bit ahead. Not by that much, though.
So the only key guarded thing is Worm. That's unavailable right now.
Why did Sasquatch return to the Dark World here?
Defile Shrine?
Oh,
Are we
maybe.
really that spooked about Wow, we're really routing conservative here.
No,
Huh?
it's not. It's
Oh, we just forgot we had supers? Funny.
yeah, I might just have forgotten about the supers here.
Wow, the like that battleground supers just kind of really bailed out Stash here. Otherwise, this would be a very different story right now. If we went to Torvis. So apparently the mentees know something the more experienced players don't. Just stay in Aegon. What are you talking about, Torvis? Don't worry about Torvis. We can always do Torvis later. Just get rid of Aegon.
I would say it often works out quite well to stay Aegon for a while after.
Yeah. But like objectively, the amount of checks in Torvis compared to Aegon is just objectively Torvis is just a better play. Like, it's just funny that it's been working out for them. But I mean, you know, conservative routing, it is a thing. And also just in general, what they might be worried about as mentees is like just forgetting a check.
I'm still right here in Poison Bog.
That could be Seekers.
Could be. That's just an expansion. Path of Roots. Hint, tell you, Spider Ball is 3 rooms. Oh, exactly 3 rooms away from my high diamond works. Well, yeah, that was hazing Cliff. Next game. Just stuck behind more here. So if you really want to be sure of scanning all those pensions, so sure, maybe you should have saved.
That does mean if
Metro
somebody. That does mean if one of them were suspecting that's like the opponent's like, whoa, we're really low. Holy crap. That does mean that if one of them was worried about like the opponent like grabbing Spider Ball, then or like that they were ahead because they grabbed Spider Ball, well that hint pretty much evaporated their hopes.
So here, Sasha try to do a little slope jump to get on top of the bridge directly.
This is logical and beginner, by the way. Although, it doesn't matter, getting here is also logical right now, just because of light beam.
Expansion. And we're going straight to Torvis Temple. Are we doing the peak here? Nope.
Can do it on our way back.
Yeah.
I think it is slightly faster to do the peak. Because then we can take the elevator down to underground tunnel instead of having to go through the room.
Yep, pretty much. It's rather minor though. Minor optimization. Nothing on those temple looks like. We want to
Oh.
super little guys up there, so they die directly. Boom. Oh, is
Booster
that
cannon. Boost.
Oh, that is boost. Boost in the bend and walk side. Yeah, it's. I pretty much always check bend and walk side before going to this temple myself. Definitely works out a lot here actually. Because I mean, Sasquatch is going to be able to do the Taurus Temple fight, go down the elevator, and then go do that whole loop.
Yep.
And
unlock the gate and everything.
all the way to unlock the gate. So unlocks Plaza access, unlocks Boost Guardian in the Dark World. Need some missile. Well, there's our missiles.
In this context, it makes sense, especially if you have something locking you off of
Sasquatch best the super is there.
And missiles in this game do not stay locked on after you let go of your lock on, unlike in Prime, unless they're seeker missiles. Seeker missiles will trace.
Well, they're a seeker, but they also missiles. So.
Oh.
Oh, cannon.
Okay.
You know, that's very convenient for Stachifer. Oh, grab it. You should grab it.
Yeah, but then the elevator. Major upgrade in Dark
Guardian, major upgrade. Boost Guardian, major upgrade, yeah. Pick out that cannonball.
What do we think that is? It can be Seekers, Grav, Grapple, Echo, Light Suit, Annihilator. Could be a lot of things.
I really don't understand not picking up the cannonball. You're not gonna be coming back for this. You know Chica's
Yeah,
dead
Chica's
anyway.
dead, yeah. Chica's dead.
I do not understand not picking up this cannonball right now.
And now we're gonna figure out why we need to pick up the item because this elevator won't activate.
And yeah, also not. Yeah, no, that's. You also forgot about it. No, you should have picked up the cannonball. Like, I'm being confused right now, maybe. Okay. Yeah, Sasquatch is not hesitating grabbing it. Like, I feel players might tend to be a bit too conservative on not picking up cannonball. I mean, in this case, there's really no drawback to picking it up. I feel.
Especially considering that like Chica's dead, and also like what other cannon stuff do we have? The only thing that would be annoying is main gyro.
Airy, really.
Airy, yeah, but.
And you can record, but that's the only thing. Like, I don't think there will be any reason, or maybe cat W if you want to go back up there. You might lose cannonball, but yeah, the point of Stachifer, like, I think he would have been bailed out for not picking up that. Oh, hello, Annihilator.
There is always progression in Underground Tunnel.
I think he would have been bailed out for not picking that boost and then walk side if he had picked up that cannon, but not picking that cannon is just gonna be punishing. Okay, what does Underground Tunnel hint have for us? Dark Aegon
Temple.
Well, we already know what they are, so. Stachifer already has all three of them. Yeah, I think
Sass doesn't, though. Where was the final Aegon key for Sass? Hold on, let me read this.
I didn't pick the Phase and Grounds one.
Ooh, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I think here Sasquatch gonna take the lead again because of picking that boost, the cannon on top.
Just making sure the pirate's dead, just in case.
Yeah, and I had to spam. Well, we have Infinite Beam ammo.
Yeah.
Why not?
You never know. Sometimes, you don't know if zombies will come back,
Yep, it's actually gonna be Magista here, then he's gonna have to turn back.
Or we're doing some shenanigans. What is this? Oh, nothing.
Burger. I mean, we could, if we want to, we could like do the climb with a boost and then use a bomb jump to go to Forgotten Tunnel, but I don't see Stachifer doing that. Plus, you can't do. I don't think you can actually do the climb once you've actually power bombed the tree. Oh, you need to go via the Dark World. Huh. Well, I assume he's gotten that hint about Boost Guardian.
He's gonna find boost and unfortunately gonna have to come all the way back here. Quite a bit of a time loss. But unfortunately, I mean, you gamble sometimes by not grabbing.
Yeah, I think it would have worked out though if he had gone for Boost Guardian now. Like, you can do Boost Guardian, pick up the item and leave. with that boost, especially easy if you have screw attack, and you could do the BSJ method to get on the other side of the gate, which is actually not hard at all.
We don't know if Stash knows that though. Oh,
Yeah, he might not know. I mean, I feel if he knew or was confident in it at least, he would have done that. But
yep.
yeah. Yeah, now let's bring Sasquatch back in the lead here. He's gonna now go to Boost Guardian. Major there. We could have Grav, we could have Seekers, we could have Echo, we could have Cobalt. Echo would be meh. A light suit also, light suit. As Catcherman can attest to, Rando loves putting suits and Boost Guardian.
I don't think we're skipping plaza checks. I think we're just rushing what this major is.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Seekers. It's Seekers. So you can just screw attack into the. There you go.
I think we still do the fight though.
Yeah, we still do the fight. There's really no reason. When you have power bombs, just takes a second.
So the worst that poison bug could be is a unlimited missiles, but otherwise it's dead.
Alright. And we probably stay in Dark Towers here and clear the rest, I'd say.
Yep.
You can do cache B, you can do cache A. You can check when we spawned.
Although I kind of agree with about.
Oh, well, hello, Cobalt!
Well, just definitely a major there. Which one? We don't know.
Which major, yeah. We don't know which one, but one of them.
Major is located in Dark Towers Bug. Or...
Why is Dark Towers Arena always so stacked? Double majors there is not rare. Well, that's one hour recording for Segmap Station taken care of.
Yep.
Plus access to hints in Sync.
Yep. Yeah, that would be amazing. But I agree. Another major in Dark Towers Arena.
Yeah, Stachifer got his boost. Fortunately, unless he knows, and I would say he probably does not. Unless he knew the BSG over the gate, he's gonna have to go back around again. Oh, there's the boost actually. He hadn't stumbled onto it yet.
Scanning it?
Yeah, he already knew. Like he already knows what cannonball is.
Yeah.
Well, we're being extra sure today. So cache A. What do we got here? Grapple.
Majors just everywhere.
Next game. Most important of mages. What would do we without our grapple? I don't think they've checked Pole Chamber, which is a mistake, so they're gonna have to take the pole to check what it is.
Yep. So, wow. Is there anything here that would have made somebody go, wait a second, where are my supers? We have a lot of Sank open, so supers, theoretically, if neither of them got the supers, theoretically, like, they would have spent a long time in Sank here.
I'm confused what Stachifer is doing. He went back to Forgotten Bridge. Unless he knows the bomb jump or the gate, he can't really do anything here. Does he know it?
You just have to go back to Torvis Arena.
Oh, no, he's turning back. I'm not sure what's being confused there. Like, either he does know the trick or not. I do feel like if he doesn't know the BSJ, like the easy one to go from towards Boost Guardian to outside, and there's no way he knows the one that's harder on the side. I
miss what was Venomous spawned. But actually, like, the only things that are not in Logic in Torvis right now are Gathering Hall. Actually, no, wait, Gathering Hall is now... Gathering Hall is in Logic now, yes.
It is in Logic.
With the boost.
Yeah,
TTE, TTS, and Poison Bog. That's it. We can sack the entirety of Torvis here. I don't know if we want to do that. At least the hints, definitely.
Honestly, I feel what we do is we go to Underworld Temple, we check the 3 hints, and we bail out the Sank.
Okay, we're grabbing Cannonball now. Okay.
It's so confusing. Like, if he goes to pick up Cannon now, why not picking it up before?
I think you just misunderstood. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
I think you just forgot. It's fine. It's not a big deal. The fact that we put it back together and alleviated the mistake is good. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Cannonball might just be worth the time here for a newer player here. Could save us in if we're ever in trouble. We only have 4 E-tanks.
Yeah,
And also
no, it's
took the time to look at the map, calculate everything that needs to be done, and hopefully now we go to underground tunnel and carry on.
yep. Might have been a bit confused for a moment, thinking, okay, what do I do now? How do I run this?
I'm really happy to see, like, I've seen a lot of this from a lot of mentees. They've been pausing the game going, wait a second, what do I do now? And I really love to see that.
I better do that than just running around like a headless chicken trying to find stuff.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I absolutely love that Stachifer is actually taking the time here to compose themselves. Good, good, good. Figured it out in the end. Lost maybe 30 seconds of time pausing, screwing around, but that is okay.
So Sasquatch is
Love to
going
see it.
for Arena now. Not Arena, Plaza.
Yep.
Arena's the dark version. So Boy Plaza, Access and Plaza while we're at it. I don't know
If you
if I
were a
would
bit
have
more
done that.
aggressive, you probably would have gone lower Torvis here for hints and then straight into
Yeah.
Sank for more hints, but I don't mind this again. We're conservative routers. It's okay.
Yeah, it's what I would have done myself. I think right now I would have just hunted the hints, so just the 3 hints are in the war temple and bet to Sank with Cobalt.
Yeah.
Because we just want to know where our light suit is now. It's pretty much all.
You probably also would have been wall crawling to Torvis Energy Controller because of just skipping the battleground. But that would have worked out fine as well, yeah. Supers is possible to skip.
Yeah, without the supers, probably would have just ended up doing the gate skip in Forgotten
Yeah.
Bridge and going from the other way around. Probably would have just done that and gone on my way. Like, I don't think skipping supers here would have been a huge steal on this seat as long as you know like the wall crawls first, avoid having to use supers.
Yep.
That's why I do think like an experienced player would have dipped out after finding the spider, like wouldn't have been punished really.
Yeah.
Probably still faster rule if you got the block on super stuff, not having to do the wall crawls, but not a big
Absolutely,
deal.
yeah. That's a key. And we know it's not required, but Sash does not. King Hive 1.
Sting Hive. Yeah, Sasquatch does not know what the last Archagon key that we know is actually Pheasant Grounds.
Yeah.
And he didn't get, I'm pretty sure he didn't get the hit with Dark Aegon keys, I think that was Path of Eyes.
Dark Aegon Keys, no, Path of Eyes was quad. Dark Aegon Keys was underground tunnel. So got
That's
the
not
hint,
sure
but
I've
he,
seen then though.
but
Maybe,
he blazed through it. He didn't read it.
right, I guess maybe he didn't pay attention. Oh well.
Okay, upper Torvis is done completely. We are
Yeah.
done. We've
We
tossed
wanna go
place.
down now.
Yep. We do lower Torvis, grab some hints.
Nice roll jump here.
Gaming.
With Sasquatch. You're gaming. Right, so
Do you have
definitely
to, do you have to
lower
claw
Torvis.
grip for roll jumps again? I have not played in a hot minute.
What do you ask?
Claw grip.
Claw grip?
Do you know what claw grip
Oh,
like? Where you
yeah,
like
you know,
where you
yeah,
hook
no.
you hook your pointing finger out onto
Yeah,
the
for on
X and Y
points and
buttons.
the off stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you want a claw grip for roll jumps here.
I'd probably never compete in tournaments just because of that. I detest unergonomic grips. I just would rather just play on keyboard or just play with binds on my controller. Or rebind the controller, not anything macros or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't really have an issue with it. It's just you have to remember to switch to that position before doing like stuff that requires like instant morphs and stuff.
We do not have gravity, so this is going to be
Nope.
awkward, and probably a good reason to leave Torvis behind for later.
Yeah. I don't think you wanna. Okay, so Sasquatch going to get under the water though. Don't do it from that angle because you're gonna immediately lose it. Sasquatch, don't do it like that.
You got to be closer to the.
Yeah, the problem is if the camera leaves the water after you get under water, it's just gonna cancel it. And you can
Yeah.
see from Sasquatch angle, your camera just when you're in that position, it immediately pops back out of the water. So even if he gets it, he'll immediately lose it now. Nope, look, the camera is staying still a bit more now. So Boy will get away with it now. There you go.
Okay.
Yep, lucky. The camera settled a bit before. So this glitch, if you don't know, you'll morph on the exact frame you enter the water. So it's a bit tricky. But if you get it, the game thinks you're not in water, even though you're inside, unless you use crew attack, which normally you shouldn't be able to use in the water.
It's called air underwater. Oh, what is that? Unlimited
That's...
missiles.
Oh, this is Sasquatch
I don't
wants
think we
it.
get that. Oh, we get it. Okay, fine.
Sasquatch going for it.
Okay, poison bog is dead.
Yeah, you can do this faster by simply square attacking on top of the thing, then falling on the track.
Oh, Stachifer accidentally stepped on where the item is supposed to land and picked it up immediately. It might not be confused as to what he got. That's unfortunate, but it is Cobalt. All right, gathering all hints.
What
Movement
is...
system
oh,
and reactor core. That's our grav.
yep, grab even more reason to not stay long in Taurus
Yep.
and just go to Sync.
In fact, you might even just want to go to. No, I think you
checking the
grab
rest
the
of the
other
mode.
hint. I think you grab the
Yeah,
other hint and then.
I
go to
think you
Sync.
got the other hands before leaving here. Here you can do a little slope jump to get on top of the laser thingy.
So the only thing we're looking for is light suit right now, I think.
Yeah, light suit go mode.
Light suit go mode. If we find Echo, we are going to grab it just in case. But otherwise, yeah, I think we're in Gucci mode right now.
Stachifer is thinking again what he wants to do now. After that boost got in, fighting Cobalt and Seekers, probably gonna commit to more Dark Taurus. I think here Sasquatch will be easier to just crew attack over to the bomb slot on the other side, get on top of the bomb slot and just crew attack to the door. It's just easier than trying to do that slope jump there. Because the slope jump itself is it's a bit iffy. And it's pretty easy for it to throw. Wow, you're actually in the bomb slot.
Might as well open it and then leave.
Oh,
Just in
yeah,
case
fair.
we're doing Under Temple and then we come back, you know.
Yeah, that's
Something
fair.
like that. You never know.
It opens another way to just exit Dark Taurus.
Now, I'd like to see Stachifer do Cashby Chasm here. The route would work out beautifully for them here.
It would be pretty good, yeah.
Grapple?
He's already done Plaza access. Cashby Chasm. And Cashby Chasm, like, I think any beginner should learn it. It is one of the easier walkthroughs in this game, in my opinion.
Unlimited missiles. We do not
Like
have
the
to deal with
secret
any
world, the secret world for it is pretty easy. Walkthrough itself is rather safe. I think it's hard to mess it up.
Yeah.
It's super nice for routing.
So I think Catacombs hint. Back to training chamber.
Yep. Which has an
Off we
SDK
go.
too, so we'll grab that on the way.
Thankfully, this cannon does not count as a cannon, so we do not lose cannonball.
Yeah, it's pretty funny that one does not. I think the reason is because there's no enemy in the way, so they don't bother giving you the cannonball state on this one.
Yeah. If you don't want to do air underwater, you can also do underwater dashes. They're also frame perfect, but they're an option. They're faster to retry at least. So.
Yeah, I typically I prefer the underwater dash myself because I do think it's less iffy than underwater.
There we go. Dude, I have no complaints. I have no complaints at all from either of these players. This has been wonderful from both of them.
You can
a little
see
conservative for our tastes, but that's fine, dude.
Oh, we get to see the things that they have learned from the mentors through this tournament phase.
Catacombs, keys to Dark Torvis or something. Wasn't interested in reading them, which makes sense.
I think I remember seeing maybe some other matches, maybe even commenting at the start of the Swiss phase, and it wasn't that level of play.
They've improved a lot. Sasquatch, I saw a coaching session with Sasquatch, and he's improved a bunch since I saw him a few weeks ago.
Yep, and it's lovely because that has been the goal of this tournament. So
yeah,
it's awesome to see.
This era underwater we do not need to do though.
Yeah, we didn't need this one. This one Sasquatch would have just scanned the thing in the water so we can just step over. Also, we could have done the whole thing with only one underwater as well, because you could have used the first underwater to also pull the bridge on the other side.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to redo underwater, though. He's been pretty good at pulling them out, so not really losing any much time, I guess. Could be a bit of wood here, but we haven't fit the missiles up, but first try anyway. Easy. Oh.
No,
Scan,
just
scan the thing.
oh.
He's he's tunnel visioning on the underworld there.
Next time we do an Echoes Mentor tournament, the first thing Mentor should teach the players is like, remember the lower Torvus intended stuff. Always remember the lower Torvus intended stuff.
Remember the intended stuff in general. It's pretty easy to learn
general.
tricks and just having tunnel vision on the trick instead of just doing the thing normally. Stachifer, meanwhile, has come back from Dark Torvus after, I think, cleaning the rest of Dark, so he hasn't done Calvi Chasm. Probably does not know it or not confident. Yeah, Sasquatch got Underworld again. 4 Underworlds within a few minutes, huh? That's practice, alright. And I guess Stachifer will now be headed to the Underworld Temple.
Hopefully, really. Grabbing...
Oh. There's nowhere else to go, really, at this point.
Unless we want to make a wild play towards Worm. That'd be crazy. But an option available.
Light suit on worms, anyone?
That'd be amazing. Alright, final hints.
Ring Chamber Hint. Echovisor and Dark Torvus.
That has to be Dark Lord Torvus.
So it could be under Transit 1, under Transit, or no, under Temple, or under Temple Access. But I think at that point we don't really care.
Okay. Counter argument. Counter argument, Sentinel's Path. Counter argument, Main Gyro. Counter argument,
to be fair,
Profane Path.
No, counter argument, it could actually have been a good idea to do Grapple Guardian and PB Guardian now. Because Grapple Guardian has an STK, Grapple Guardian needs to be defeated in the item picked up for Dark Oasis.
Yeah.
We could have elected to do all these things now. And maybe find the Echo for some extra stuff in sync. Actually, I think this would have been a good play.
Progressive Suit and Aegon Energy.
We already got that one. Thanks, game. That was the Dark Suit we got at the beginning. Sasquatch pausing. What do we have up there? Dark Ammo.
Now, will we be able to see what's in Transit Station?
Also, I think in this case, doing Grapple Guard and PB Guardian, I think would have been a good play before going to Sing, actually.
Heck, even just clearing all of Dark Lord Torvus. Actually, yeah. It's just like getting Echo. Just like actually getting it, because like the worry, we don't have to worry about, I mean, I guess, okay, counter argument.
Oh, hello, Grab.
Is grab, and then do Dark Lord Torvus, and just clear TTS and TTE while we're there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think both are possible. But if there's nothing in TT and TTS, if you do it this way, then you avoid ever having to return to Torvus at all, basically.
Baja says, I think just loop through, get Cobalt Hints before going over Torvus. Yeah, makes sense.
I think both players are good. Greater Boost will definitely speed up a bit the rest of the Torvus. And the Cobalt Hints are worth grabbing here. With a bit of luck, we'll find one about the last suit and bingo mode. Need the light suit. HCOM hint tells us. Thanks, game. Very helpful Cobalt hints so far. Telling us about the items we got at the start of the seed. Just in case we forgot.
Morphball Bomb at Aegon Temple, is that what it said? Or was it a proximity hint? Okay.
No, I said it was Spirit wanted. E tank on exit of Spider Guardian. We don't care.
Nope. Wait, did we get Portal Terminal Mining Station beacons?
By the way, Stachifer went to Sank right away, basically. I
Probably
don't
for
think
the which
Grav.
was
Yeah, Grav. Which,
Major.
who's
You thinks?
Thanks game again? Not very helpful. And before the hint for the light suit is on Sank entrance.
Yeah, we did not check the Hive Dynamo Works in cache, and we should have actually.
Yeah, it's an
In
easy
fact,
one
we
to
didn't even
forget.
check Dungeon, but I guess that makes sense because Dungeon's probably dead. Can't be light suit
Yeah, I mean,
anyway.
it cannot have light suits, so yeah, we don't really care about that one.
Oh, you know, wait a second. Dungeon could have Echo. You might have been wise to check that, actually.
I mean, do we care if it does? We need light suit.
Oh yeah. My bad. Also, we're doing the puzzle in reverse. Oopsie. Yeah, there's more. The only checks that are not logical right now for our players, assuming, yeah, with just
Profane
what they have right
path,
now, is Hall of
sentinel
Honor.
path, ferry.
Yeah, FTA, Profane Path, Feeding Pit, Sentinel's Path, Main Gyro, and Hive Entrance are only non-logical checks.
Yeah, so anything that requires light suit or echo,
Yeah.
which is not that many checks. Stachifer doesn't know the BSJ for main reactors. He's gonna do it the intended way. Yes, cannonball, so I don't think it's bothered by electricity. Temple access, nothing. So we wanna visit our buddy Olier now. And what station for the rest of the accessible hints? Yeah, Stachifer did lose a cannonball there, so the time taken to go get it's not worth in this case.
This should be an Hive Key 3, yes.
That's just a chance Stachifer didn't know the BSJ here. Like, it's a pretty accessible one, pretty worth learning. Let's see what our buddy Olier has for us.
It looks like, are we going to turn around? Yep, we're going back to Torvis for Stash.
That makes sense.
Yep.
But use that
Still
grab
no
and
play.
just clear the rest down there. Also do BB Garden and Grapple Guardian. That just makes sense from Stachifer's point of view. Okay, so BB on Olier, and the hint tells us mobile system and temple grounds. Thanks game yet again. That was the
No, his hints are
BB's.
really, really good and powerful.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
that's a sick cobalt hints right here.
Yeah.
Like these should be Ember hints, not the cobalt ones. So we're going towards station now for the final accessible hint here. Since for Sank entrance we have to go around. Feel nothing about that suit.
Yeah, and our final red key is in Ink Hive. So, that has to be an item in Sentinel's Path there. It can't be
Yeah, watch station
Empty
hints,
key.
please. Be useful.
Light Beam.
No, you're not. Those cobalt hints, man. What are those cobalt hints? They're literally all total of items we got in Aegon at the start, basically.
Maybe the Sank entrance hint will be good. Just maybe, dude. Just maybe, you know?
I mean, it's the very last hint in the game that we haven't gotten, I believe. So
Oh,
nice
gaming.
PSG from Sasquatch there. Not gonna be doing the instant morph, but probably pretty nice. But you know, like, what are those cobalt hints? Really?
Alright, now we do TT and TTS.
If Light Suit is there, and it's a big win for Stachifer, we'll have to see. So what does TT have? Just basic expansion. Station being trolly as usual. I really hate this place.
You struggle with it a little while ago. A few
Yeah, I
streams ago.
did.
Yeah, we had a little fun with that one.
Kept falling off again. Didn't want to latch on.
I guess,
But,
yeah.
check it, yes.
Yeah, ATS.
We're going for TTS. What if lights would unblock?
Our, yeah.
No, we didn't get the
dungeon
warp.
hint.
Oh,
Dungeon,
yeah.
Dungeon hint. Life's,
So
oh, yeah.
No, it's dead. Sank entrance might actually be the Morbis hint because I don't believe we got it.
Is that Sunburst?
Actually, neither have scanned Port Terminal. Oh wait, Mining Station B also. Mining Station B, Port Terminal will also never scanned.
Yep.
So if we want to run after hints, we might check these.
I don't think Stash checked Launch Station Access. Hopefully remember to do that before we go down KW.
No, he did. It was a PB. He did it. He checked it. He picked it from Manjaro.
Ah, okay. Well, TTS.
I think what we.
Missile.
Oh yeah, I think what we could do here is finish doing like the faster checks in Sank. Probably get Map Station before leaving. And return to Taurus, do PB Garden, Grapple Garden, empty basically all of Underworld Temple. And at that point, if you're still not done, then you go to Aegon to get Dark Oasis and get the Mining Station B int, maybe the Portal Terminal 1 as well. And finally, you still don't have an idea what Lightsuit is, probably do Sank Entrance. For STK and the hint there. Probably what I would do.
Actually, yeah, the STK and Sank entrance, I completely forgot.
Well,
about.
it's pretty funny. Stachifer didn't get. Stachifer actually didn't get the hint about the Grav when he decided to go to Sank.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He hadn't scanned it. So that was purely by chance.
Yeah.
What was in Cat West there? I don't think I was.
Nothing, missile.
Okay. Oh wait, I'm stupid. We don't have light suit for second station, so we can't do that before leaving.
Nope. The only other checks we had in Sank were Airy, Dynamoworks Boss, Hive Dynamoworks, and Hive Gyro. So I guess we could have, maybe if we were a little, like, if we did things a little bit differently, we could have done Hive Dynamo on the way over. And if we knew how to do the, I really don't like that we didn't scan Hive Dynamo. Actually. Both players going for unlimited missiles. I'm really not sure this is worth it. Considering we have, like, what, 50 missiles? Stash is 70.
Takes a bit of time to do this. Just, Right, so...
Okay, now Sasquatch is going to clear Lower Torvis. I'm going to grab that Echo.
Yeah, most of the remaining checks are in Taurus right now. So that's mathematically, statistically, what is the biggest chance to find light suit by
Actually,
chance?
no, wait. Dungeon can't have Echo because Echo is required to beat the game. No, wait.
No, it could be, it could be light suit somewhere else and then get the Echo dungeon. But dungeon is life support anyway.
I got the order wrong of the logic there. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, now we just have to like wait. That's it. I'm gonna go double check to see that they didn't get Portal Terminal because I've kind of not sure that that's true. Is it really? Do we really miss Portal Terminal?
Yeah, no, I don't. They didn't scan it. Once they got Ember, and never returned to it there, basically.
Yeah.
They never took the ball again, one way or the other. So.
Transport access, and then Mining Plaza.
So yeah, Portal Terminal was never checked. Oh, you funny if it said a Morbis is guarding a progressive suit, you know?
That would be funny.
Is Stachifer going to Doctor this? You have to do a screw attack there. You can actually hit the crystal there. Oh no, he's not doing this. Stachifer doing actually. Why is he doing that? Just.
Yep. Neither of them at Portal Terminal. Okay.
And I'll show what Stachifer's doing here. Because what you could do is like the crystal with a force field to the right. You can actually screw attack into it from behind and disable the force field so you can go to under transit 1 and then the grapple guardian.
Sunburst does not. Sonic Boom does not kill these dudes? You gotta be kidding me. Bruh.
These guys are stupid to take. You should just be using dark beam shots on these guys, like charge dark beam shot, plus missile just kills them instantly. Okay, so now he's trying to squat attack the crystal landing on top.
Is this beginner?
I don't know if it is. I don't know if it has any implications anyway, though.
Yeah, it doesn't, I don't think. Because Dungeon is available.
Yeah, I think that's just a shortcut. Yeah, I prefer. Select Stachifer is just backing out of this. Maybe you need to go through a dungeon instead. Okay, Block is dead. Block is dead.
Yep. Don't have that many checks left. All of Honor dead. Money Station Beast. Storage A. Dark Aegon Temple. Incash 2. Venomous Pond, which I think we checked. I just didn't write down what it was.
Oh, we did check it, yeah. I don't know what it was, but it was nothing.
I will go find it.
There's the suit. There's the suit under temple.
On the ledge. Temple suits.
Sasquatch is go mode now. That's go mode. We don't need echo. There a bit of work put in though to get the remaining SDKs.
Yep.
Which are, I believe, Dark Oasis, a Cursed Lake, Ingrilly Quarry, Segmap Station, Sink Entrance. So, not very nice to route, honestly. It's a bit all over the place.
Yeah, the only remaining major is just Echo Visor.
Honestly, how do you route that? I think what you can do here is, yeah, you do Grapple Guardian, PB Guardian, then you take the elevator to Aegon, get Dark Oasis. Then what you could do, you could probably save warp, go down to a Cursed Lake, go around all the way to Sank Entrance, then just go further to grab Segmap Station.
We don't need Grapple Guardian.
Or any real Quarry also, in a way. Oh wait, Grapple Guardian isn't I thought
no,
it was
it's Training Chamber, not Sack Chamber.
I don't know why I kept thinking it was on the Grapple Guardian. That's Are you going again? Like seed leaking or something?
Seed bleed is what you're
saying. Seed bleed, yeah. That's seed bleed. Yeah. So no, we do under tempo. Then we probably go to do Dark Oasis now. I'd say. Actually, no. Actually, I think safe warping now would be better. Let me think. Yeah. I think safe warping is actually better. I think you safe warp, do a Cursed Lake, Ingrilly Quarry, Sank Entrance, Segmap Station, and then you take the elevator, and you end up very close to where Dark Oasis is. I think that would be the ultimate, well, the.
And then save warp out of Dark Oasis.
And yeah, and then you can save warp near Dark Oasis and then fire bosses. I think that's the most straightforward route to just route all the remaining keys.
Stash is back in this room. Why are we back in this room?
I don't know.
Why don't we just leave? Oh, we're trying to climb?
Maybe he wants
we don't
to
need to do that.
Climb now this time.
I don't think you need to do this, no? Do you have to do this? This jump up here? Okay.
Oh, you got it, so... It's fun. Yep. Seems like Sasquatch might be deciding the path I mentioned, choosing to save warp maybe here. I want to see the save warp here. Yep. Okay. We'll see if he actually follows the path I'd have in mind that I'd probably do myself for doing the rest here.
The Stash is going to find the light suit immediately after. It's just taking a bit too long doing all this extra stuff here.
Yeah, he's putting it down, but it's not far behind at all. Just
Mainly skipping Sank here and staying in Torvis was a heads up play.
Yeah, he gained time on Sasquatch by not like doing the whole loop around, especially with all the Cobalt Hens that ended up like all being useless. Stachifer's not gonna do PB Guardian and gonna find his light suit as well. Just behind Sasquatch. And which elevator is Sasquatch taking? I didn't see.
I didn't see it either.
I think it's towards a Ghost Lake. Yeah, it is. Yep. So I think he's going for the path I mentioned. So we do a Ghost Lake here. And then basically you can route everything, every other key like in a linear path.
Yeah.
Shouldn't take too long here. Sure wanted to check block before, and yeah, he's gonna find his lights now.
So the only remaining checks for Akor is Sack Chamber and Under Transit 1. And then Airy and Dynaworks boss have to be dead. Sentinel's Pass has to be dead. Main Gyro Chamber dead. So
I guess I'm guessing yeah, Echo is either under transit 1.
yeah.
Echo will go in. And let's go for Stachifer now.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Now you gotta do the boss. You gotta do the boss.
Oh yeah, no. Nice sync on the portal. But yeah, Stachifer has to not forget to do the boss for Dark Oasis there. I think he's forgetting. Yeah, turn back and do the Guardian. Oh, I'll leave.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, that might actually just cost him the race.
I mean,
Oh.
yeah, I Sasquatch definitely has advantage there, but if Stachifer does forget to ruin the temple here, it's like the PB Guardian is just basically
Maybe
over.
just doesn't have ammo. What?
You don't need ammo for that guy.
No, turn around.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
he
that's
doesn't turn
game.
around, I think I think it's fair to call it game
Yeah.
now.
It could have been close there.
Oh,
Also, wait, now we're forced to turn around.
He got exit there, yeah, but he might just go back to the dark wall and try to exit that way.
Do the boss. Do the boss. Randy is speaking to you, Stash. He
Yeah,
demands.
the game is telling you no. Do the BB Guardian, please. Oh, no, Sasquatch didn't follow the path I envisioned. He actually went to Aegon right away for Dark Oasis. That doesn't run well. That doesn't run well because you can do Dark Oasis, tank map station.
Actually, dude, you do sank. Actually, dude, you do sank map, save warp.
Yeah, but
Actually,
you need to do backtracking. Because then you go to
yeah,
sank entrance and you have to leave sank entrance again.
yeah.
I don't know.
Leaving
I'm
sank
not
entrance is
convinced.
rough.
I see the path he chose to take, but I think that's more traveling overall. I don't think it's as nice.
It's not as nice, but it's not that bad. It's the
No,
difference between a safe warp and a walking that much. A little bit of
yeah,
walking.
no, it's fair. It works. Just yeah, I think it's not quite as optimal, but not a huge difference.
Stash just going. Oh no, you got.
I mean, you also avoid having to pass through wind chamber, which can have long loading times, which they probably will do once they do sync entrance to go to a portal to Scare Temple. Yeah, Stachifer is I think Stachifer is a bit lost here.
Lower Torva's logic, man. Been butchering some of our players, and it gets another player.
Sasquatch should maybe take a number refill here for power bombs, but well, it's not a big thing. It's not spending in cash. It's behind you. There you go. I do not understand Stachifer doing Pull God and Echo. Maybe he wants Echo, but why would you want Echo your go mode now?
Maybe doesn't realize you can powerbomb the doors to leave.
Maybe.
Also doesn't know how to do the fight because using the
Yeah, no,
wrong weapon.
yeah, you don't want to be using the Dark Beam on this.
You have a double damage sunburst. That is gonna do. Nope, we just straight up don't know how to do the fight. Uh-oh.
Yeah, why not use Light Beam on this? That was just way too low damage. Okay, so that's question doing the save what the Dark Ways is.
Yeah, because the only
wait,
difference between
no,
this route and
okay.
your route is that you're just gonna save warp and sank map.
Yeah, that's
Afterwards.
fair. I get it. It's the difference in walking across Aegon to Dark Oasis and the difference of walking between Sangmap Station and Yeva to Twigon. I still think it's less walking overall,
I agree.
but not by a huge margin. Yeah, I see the idea.
Sonic Boom does more.
Sonic
This will
Boom,
tell us where Echo Visor is at least, so my tracker will be finished. That's good news, I guess.
not using the. You can actually use the Sonic Boom here to actually damage when that cutscene instead of waiting.
Dude's going full ogre gamer right now. I mean, eventually it'll kill it.
It will. Sasquatch going for you right now. Putting the key clear here. There you go. It's dead. So is our Echo here?
It is not. Under Transit 1. It's our Echo Visor. Maybe just actually worried about Echo, but why are we grabbing Echo? Are we actually just hunting for Echo?
Yeah, I don't really know. We really don't need it here.
If this isn't Echo, then I'll be very confused.
Has to be. This has to be. Pretty sure everything else has been accounted for.
Yep. The fact that we're still doing checks here suggests I don't know what we're doing here.
Yeah, I fear that's the case. I mean,
And if it goes back, and if Stash goes back to do PB Guardian here, then I think that tells us what we need to know. But at the same time, why not search for Echo on PB Guardian?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just a Sank entrance and Sangmap Station there for Sasquatch to do.
Hey Jeff, how'd your match go? I couldn't finish watching it because I was commentating.
That's the same. I was also watching.
The only unknown item is an Inghive key. Or, sorry, is a Torvus key and Inghive, and that is it. Otherwise, we have all the deets. Dash save warped. It's the end. I think that's the end, you guys.
Yeah, it's done for good. There's no recovering from that. There's no recovering from forgetting to do the PP Guardian. Maybe he just got excited when he found out that suit and like, oh, let's go. I'm good to go now. Just pick up a go by safety and leave. This might be what he was thinking, but yeah. If he tries to go to Dark Oasis now, he's gonna have a bad surprise. He's gonna be searching for that in-cache all over and be like, where is it?
It is funny that the dark beam charge shot bounced off the shield, hit the ground, and still froze the pirate. I've seen that happen a few times.
So some swag shots.
What are we doing? Oh, sank entrance. Yeah, sank entrance.
Yeah, we have to reload.
I was confused there for a second.
So until you reload the room, the cannon doesn't appear there. So you can't actually get the item. So this guy's not doing the screw attack over, so gonna be abandoning his cannonball then? No, it's just gonna screw attack that way. Okay, that works.
We like having cannonball.
Yeah,
By the way, if you're ever in this room and you have sonic burst or sonic boom, sonic boom. As soon as you open the door, just lock onto the pirates, shoot them with sonic boom, and they'll both die.
That's good to know. You know, I didn't know myself.
The strat for this room in Hundo is absolutely awesome, because you come to this room like last at the very end of the game, and you grab and you after defeating Spider Guardian, so you do the fight in the you do the fight with the bridge collapsed. You sonic boom all over the place. It's awesome. Your daily Dreyfus reminder to watch some.
Scan the hand. Oh, we'll never know.
Never know, yeah. Your daily Dreyfus reminder to watch some speedruns.
Yeah, I should. I should watch some echoes. Well, not just watch, but actually pay attention to what they do. Oh, no, yeah, no.
Okay, wait.
I think he actually wanted to go in, missed, and then before returning there realized, oh wait, cannonball.
Yep.
That would be a shame to carry it so far and just lose it. Like, it's nice for Empering phase 2. Alright, well, that's just a segment station left for Sasquatch954, and then it's just a swap away from going for the final bosses.
Mm-hmm.
I think Stachifer is headed to Dark Oasis and is gonna have a pretty bad surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we do have the Ink Splashers here to deal with. Do we have power bombs?
What is the layer change? Vault? No.
No, it's actually PB Guardian.
That's right, it is PB Guardian.
And no power bombs because yeah, Sasquatch didn't have any power bombs, so
time to use the sonic boom.
Man, it's happened to me.
What's the best way to kill these dudes without dark burst?
I don't actually know. I just power bomb them if I can. Else, I really don't know.
Surely double damage, black hole into interdimensional space is enough damage to kill an Ink Smasher game.
Sasquatch did not get the double damage, remember?
Oh, we did not.
He tried, but couldn't get it. Yeah, now you can power bomb the other one. Though. Does he not know you can power bomb these guys?
Maybe he forgot.
Sonic Boom, Catchman says. That's the best for these guys.
It's actually comical how bad Dark Burst is in this game. Alright, finally.
Anyway, job's done. Wait, what? Why is Stachifer here now? I'm confused as what he's doing.
Maybe
he realized the mistake and is going back to Ostorbus?
Or maybe going to Ing Reliquary? Sank entrance, but didn't want to take the elevators back up after the Crystal Lake?
It just looks lost, which I don't really understand why. We know where the STKs are, we have every item in the game. We should just be routing them. There's Sang Up Station, and that's the final key for Sasquatch. That's just final bosses to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we're doing
doesn't know it
Reliquary and
yet,
Sank
but
entrance. Okay. So we're doing we're doing the route that you wanted to do, but but unfortunately, at the very end there, we're gonna go. Uh-oh. Oopsie.
which is strangely
Okay.
went this way because this is definitely the slower way to go through here instead of the other way around.
The sea was pretty generous aside from the super missiles. The super missiles were the only bad thing, I
Yeah.
think. Otherwise, the game was pretty nice to us.
I'm still curious as to what possessed Sasquatch to return to Dark Labs after those SDK hints.
I'm also curious what possessed Sasquatch as well, like both of them. Like why? I think both of them just decided to do labs there.
Stachifer made sense. He just played conservative. He stayed within the labs and continued doing more. Sasquatch did go to SDKs and then returned. There's seemingly like no information or hinting there when Taurus was right nearby. It's mostly why I'm. Or maybe it's because he had left his last save in Aegon and was like, oh, I'm in Aegon, might as well do Dark Labs. I don't really know.
I would not be surprised if the answer is as simple as I don't like Torvis without supers.
Possible. Absolutely possible. But then again, Supers and Taurus is not a rare sight.
Synced up portals again.
Indeed. Stachifer going really quick now. So indeed, he might be doing the path I thought of now, and yeah, if he has the time to make it all the way to Darkways, this will have a bad surprise.
It could have actually been a close race, like a center, this slightly more optimal route by Stach. Could have been a thing here. It's a shame.
Yep, it's just if after getting Knights who did PP Gala and just left instead of going after the Echo, and he was right on the money because since he skipped a big part of Sync, he was actually ahead.
Yeah.
By the time Sasquatch returned to Taurus, Stachifer was slightly ahead.
I'm also curious why Stash decided to just do Sank instead of getting hints in Lower Torvis. I'm also going to ask about that.
It worked out, but yeah. Maybe he wanted to hope and find the grab, which did. SDK 7 for Stachifer? No, it's 6. Still missing 3. But
Yeah.
I think he might not even make it to Darkways by the time Sasquatch is done, because those final bosses do go by pretty quickly.
Yep.
It takes a little bit to go through Sync entrance and get the item there.
It was also Stashford lost a lot of time just struggling to navigate Lower Torvis as well. Seemingly insistent on not using the dungeon portal as well. It's really weird with Lower Torvis. Lower Torvis has been butchering some entities. Lower Torvis is a great reason to have, actually just in general, if you're a beginner learning the logic of this game, random start is actually not a bad way to practice some logical considerations. Especially if that random start plops you in the middle of Torvis or Sank. You learn the logic very nicely.
Yep. Sasquatch missing a supers here. And again, so I'm not gonna have a clean fight here.
And if you have unlimited ammo, you can just use an Annihilator. It's not bad. It's like pretty much faster, I think.
Oh, I don't know if it's faster. If double damage, or even with double damage, like 2 supers goes by pretty fast. So I'm not sure if it's faster.
Of course, the optimal thing here would have been just to use Sunburst into Annihilator shots. That's just the fastest.
Is it?
Pretty sure. Yeah. Because you can fire the Sunburst while the morph is happening,
Nice.
and it will land by the time the cocoon opens up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So like you immediately start charging Sunburst after killing the tentacles, fire it, and then by the time it reaches
yeah,
it'll be open
I
up.
get you.
Yeah.
Since I made a mistake of not breaking the crates to recharge the power bombs for the fight. I'll be losing time on during phase 2 here.
Luckily we have cannon. So
Yeah, at least not gonna be bullied too much. But it's slow.
do we have 7 power bombs? I think I saw one in transit station. I think I saw some other ones somewhere else. Like we found a lot of power bombs. We've also cleared a lot of the game, aside from.
And that's
Sank, I guess.
phase 2. Immediate jump from Emperor. Is not able to hit. As we want to. Ooh. Not a jump. For anything jumpy here. As we want to screw attack and bring. A lot of damage on a hitbox that's under him. Stachifer is doing the second entrance. One more squad attack should do a job here. For Sasquatch. There you go. And that's just Dark Thunder, so... Yeah, most likely Stachifer will not have the time to realize his mistake by the time this is all over.
Mm-hmm. But doesn't have to fight the Ink Smashers at least.
I guess that's a plus.
Yeah, that's a plus. Yep, you know it's gonna happen too. Just because of uh-oh, centered. Accidentally shot a missile.
The Sasquatch went over. Here, usually when I do an exact amount of damage,
Accidentally shot a missile, I think that was the issue.
Yeah, you want to get like, as low damage as possible without passing a certain threshold, because if you go into a certain threshold, Dark Souls will immediately go into Dark Souls 4 in the center. So usually you just want to get as close as you can, and then start the process of skipping DS4. But yeah, there Sasquatch just makes a mistake and gets in the center, so it's about as long of a fight as you can get here.
We lovingly call Dark Samus 4 Dork Samus.
And because once in DS4, when she goes back down, the amount of damage you can do to her is capped to very little.
Yeah.
Pretty much
Such
forced
also
to wait for her to throw up us.
Such for also doing something a little inefficient here, not doing second entrance immediately. So gonna have to do a little bit longer of a backtrack.
Oh yeah. Well, I was wondering why he was turning back, and yeah, it's a bit strange to not have done it immediately.
So yeah, we just wait. We just wait.
Nope.
Nope.
Getting hit by a fat bullet here.
I think 2 more shots, right?
Yeah. One last shot. We're probably gonna go down one more time here. Yep. Stachifer about to pick up his 8th key. And Sasquatch about to finish. And that's GG's. Sasquatch takes the win.
Well played. Very well played.
Stachifer is not falling for now. He might be thinking of finishing, but I wonder what face he'll make when he makes it to Dark Oasis and realizes his mistake.
That'll be playing. Actually, honestly, even the Dark Oasis, like just looking at the timings here, the Dark Oasis might not have just even ended the race. It might have just been the lower Torvis routing issues.
Yes, definitely.
I didn't realize how much time that actually cost. It's actually kind of crazy. We'll keep an eye on the race time, see if Stash just hasn't noticed or has decided to finish it out. We will see. But in the meantime, hopefully we can get Sasquatch in here. Meantime, our next race will be Tuesday. Then after that on Saturday, at least the next scheduled race. A lot of players are doing, some players are doing their races as soon as possible. Like Jeff did 2 races this weekend. So, we'll see. But for right now, we just have one Darkstar versus Dace, and then next Saturday at 8 p.m., Jav versus Steve. So plenty of Echoes content for the rest of the week. We'll see if Sasquatch is going to join us. Oh, Sasquatch just has to use the restroom. We'll be back in a bit.
Alright.
Stachifer is forfeited, which probably means that he's about to see the Dark Oasis error.
Yeah, I think it's what I was kind of expecting for it to happen. Stachifer going for Dark Oasis and realizing, oops.
Yep.
At that point, it's kind of whatever.
Hello, Sasquatch. Welcome, GG's.
Hello.
Well played.
GG's.
Hello.
Yep, it's on the stream. Stachifer about to realize did not do the PB Guardian, and there's no ink cache to be found here.
Yep, unfortunate.
Yep.
Hello, Stachifer.
Hello,
Welcome,
Stachifer.
GG's.
GG.
Did you realize the mistake at the end?
Yes, but I don't see it fully as a mistake. I see it as a learning opportunity. I
Fair
thought you
enough,
had to
man.
defeat Boost Guardian to spawn Dark Oasis. Apparently not.
It's PB Guardian.
It is PB Guardian in the kill.
Dang it.
Yeah.
All right, I know that for the next time I play.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So I think the difference maker in the race, you guys routed pretty similarly, some minor changes. Some minor differences. But in the end, I think it was the fact that Lower Torvis was kind of a mess for you, Stachifer, that just cost you so much time. Even if you did defeat PB Guardian, you were really far behind at that point, just because the Lower Torvis was like really, really slow. Yeah, so for both of you guys, and this is our first question for you guys. Why did you guys go to Battleground cache pretty much like why'd you guys do Aegon instead of going to Torvis? Like for example, starting with you, Sasquatch, you did hints and then immediately went back to Aegon and did Dark Labs when everyone was like, well, why not do Torvis? Genuinely curious about that. Oh,
I don't
is it
know.
my go?
I think I think at the time. I mean, my warp to start was in Aegon, so I was fairly close to Dark Labs if I was gonna do it then. So I was like, oh well, I guess I might as well clear it out and then go to Torvis, and it happened to work out. I just didn't want to leave that handful of checks behind because I know they were available.
Okay. So no particular reason. I'm just because we've noticed a trend. A lot of mentees, they tend to route more conservatively when that without their mentors. Do you feel that way? Like you're doing more and more checks, or are you or do you just not think about it in this case? You were just like, oh, I'm just gonna do it. It's fine.
I don't know. Just was a decision at the time. Felt it was worth it.
All right. How about you, Stachifer? What after? I think this was after. I think this was right after grabbing. Yeah, grabbing Spider in Spider's treasure. Went back to labs. And did labs. Did you ever consider just going to Torvis immediately, or were you just like, no, I don't like isolated checks. I'm gonna do more of Aegon.
Honestly, Aegon is my favorite place. If I can spend more time there, then I'm happy. Plus, I kind of hate Torvis, so the longer I can stay out of there, the better. And it kind of,
Really?
I'd say it paid off, except it, well, it pushed things along faster.
Yeah, because we were like, we 100% think that if your mentees or your mentors were there with you guys, both of you guys probably would have gone to Torvis after that spider ball. And that's why I asked. Like, and that's why I asked because we also just noticed that a lot of mentees tend to like to stay in Aegon longer. Maybe it's just because Torvis does scare them. And yeah, Torvis, like the fact that you struggle in lower Torvis, that's not unique either. Like, I just saw another race where a lot of runners struggle with lower Torvis. Like lower Torvis, it's kind of a mess for a lot of mentees. And I'm curious about that. Like, is it just like you're not like I really want to poke that the fact that you don't like Torvis? I'm really interested in that. Because is it just upper Torvis or is it lower Torvis? Like, what do you not like about Torvis specifically?
It's lower Torvis, and I feel like a lot of people who play a lot of games would understand hatred for underwater levels. It's not. Yeah. It's kind of. It's a deep-seated hatred.
So,
I could see that. I feel a bit more comfortable, but I think thinking back on it a little more now, at the time, right, when the option was to go to Torvis, there's no supers, no seekers, no gravity boost, no boost, so kind of limits your checks a bit. And I think that's why I maybe committed to full clearing Aegon before going there. Even though, Torvis was loaded.
Yeah, Torvis, upper Torvis, like especially the front half of Torvis before you get boost and supers, is actually deceptively dense. You have I think you have actually a lot more checks than you would think, and especially because you guys had main power bombs, so Future Alco was available and stuff like that. So don't sleep on upper Torvis. It's incredible. It's very dense. It's a lot of quick checks, and if things don't work out, you have very convenient save stations. So that's why both of us were very interested in the decision to stay in Aegon. Yeah. So with lower Torvis, I think one of the things that the common things we've been hearing from a lot of players is they kind of forget how to do it vanilla, lower Torvis, right? They forget that like, oh, you can get to training chamber without gravity, and that you can actually navigate quite a lot of lower Torvis without gravity. But yeah, it is confusing with all the like one-way portals and like all the gates that like lock you out. I was curious, Stachifer, did you your struggles in lower Torvis, like it was also dark lower Torvis. Do you not know the screw attack to break the crystal in Crypt? If you know where that is. Do you know where Crypt is?
I think so. I think at that point I just thought, or wait, was that the one where I tried the screw attack twice and then just gave up?
Yeah, you did try it. And then
Okay, yeah. Then that's me thinking, oh yeah, I think I know how to do this. If I don't get it after a couple tries, I'm just gonna move on and hopefully not lose too much time.
Yeah, that's fair.
I believe that's actually. I don't think we confirmed this. Might actually be beginner logic.
I don't actually know. I can check.
Yeah. Storm can check for that. But that is an important trick. But also just like, just remembering what you can actually do in Lower Torvus, because like in dungeon, for example, if you take the portal out in dungeon and you have those gates around you, the portal with the gates, like the gate around the portal.
Yes.
That's above air.
Actually, yeah, I got soft locked there the other day actually, so I know that very well.
But you can just like you can go through there, and then you can just fall through the side of the gate. You don't have to open it before you enter Dark Lower Torvus to escape that gate.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was one of the paths you could take there.
Oh, it's not beginner by the way, Crypt. It's actually intermediate knowledge.
Okay. All right. Never mind then. Okay. So it's not logical, but it is a good thing to know. It's very easy. It's kind of like the screw attack crystal in Dark Samus 1.
Yeah, so that one is actually beginner for some reason.
Yeah, that one's beginner. Yeah.
Yeah, I do know about that one.
Yeah. But okay, so that makes sense as to why you just didn't do PB guarding. But we're curious why you did extra checks in Lower Taurus. Like, were you looking for Echo for some reason?
I was looking for light suit.
Yeah, but then after you got light suit, you did some more checks.
Oh yeah, I was looking for Echo. I'm still not 100% certain on all of the checks in, what is it, Sky Temples, and I thought one of them might have been the one where you needed the Echo. So I just grabbed it just in case because I knew I was in the area.
So you were thinking a reliquary if it was okay, fair enough. Yeah. We were so I guess this kind of also answers our question because you decided to go to Stash, you decided to go to Sank without doing much of Lower Torvus. You just booked it to Training Chamber, went straight to Sank, and found Gravity before, and that was probably just because you weren't comfortable with Lower Torvus without Gravity. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it was the play that got you back in to the game for a little while there. Because Stash did a bunch of stuff in Sank, didn't get much out of it. You just grabbed Grav and then turned around immediately, and that was actually a really good play.
Yeah, the Cobalt hints were a disaster.
Yeah, they were terrible.
Cobalt hints were useless.
Yeah.
Wait, so where was the Cobalt translator? I noticed I had it one time, but I don't remember ever actually picking it up.
So when you defeat a boss in this game, you can stand where the item spawns. And do you know what I'm talking about here? Does that give you a clue where it is?
Guardian?
Yeah,
it was Boost Guardian.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do this with Bomb Guardian. You can do this with Boost Guardian. I think you could do it maybe with Grapple Guardian. I can't remember. But yeah, I think the game repositions you one frame after you pick up the item, or one frame after you collect the item, or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, I think you can also do a Jump Guardian. Maybe I'm not exactly. I can't remember. But yeah, that's what happened to you. You just stood in the center, picked up Cobalt immediately, and then, yeah, it was there. If you don't know, that's a thing. That is actually a thing. It's actually used in speedruns to pick up the item instantly.
I did know it was a thing. I just never knew I would do it and then just completely miss the pop-up for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think in speedruns it'll play the cutscene of you picking it up, whereas in Rando you won't get a cutscene, so you'll be like, I don't know what item I got. Okay. Yeah. But you can check your tracker in that case.
Yeah, I spent a little bit looking, and I'm like, wait, did I get Cobalt? I think so. But ultimately, I wasn't 100%.
But yeah, all that aside, I just wanted to give you feedback immediately, because sometimes it helps to get feedback immediately. But I actually think you guys played this really, really well. Like, we're really happy with how both of you played this out. Like, none of your, like, the only thing that we were like, wow, that's crazy, is staying in Dark Labs and grabbing the supers. We were like, wow, that's a really crazy play, and it worked out really, really well. But everything else just made a lot of sense. It was really great.
So was Sasquatch leading for most of the game? Because I personally feel like I was running pretty well, but I guess not fast enough. So I'm just curious how it went.
It really just
flip-flopped.
It flip-flopped, yeah. Because, like, for example, Sasquatch did storage CC out of bounds, and you just stumbled into supers, and then that advantage evaporated. So it was stuff like that. It was like, oh, Sasquatch is ahead because of storage C. And then And then nope, you found supers and went to storage C and picked up the SDK, and it was fine.
Yeah, it really
Storage
flipped
C is the
flop.
one locked behind super missile door. That's
Yeah.
the one we're talking about.
Yeah, at the back of labs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Sasquatch
go
did
ahead, Stu.
the whole wall crawl, getting in, and then they escaped getting out, which is not simple. You just like went in with supers, and that was done.
Yeah.
I think Stachifer entered Torvus first. Then, however, did not pick up the boost right away and lost a bunch of time when Sasquatch actually got it right away, so was
Yeah.
able to immediately go towards Boost Guardian. But then Sasquatch lost time doing the whole Sank loop, and Stachifer just turned back after grab, was back in the lead, going back into lower Torvus, but then he had
The
an
troubles
extra
with
time
that.
spent there checking more stuff. Sasquatch passed again ahead, so it just kind of flip-flopped around.
Yeah. But I mean, I really do want to stress, like, it was actually just really well played. Like, we were really happy, like, the entire time. Like, these guys were playing really well. Like, this is really good stuff. Like, especially I was really happy when you guys would occasionally just pause and be like, wait, where do I go? Instead of just autopiloting. Like, we saw that a few times. When you Stachifer, you were, I think that was especially after boost, especially after you found boost, you were like, wait, what do I do here? Spent like 30 seconds or something. It cost a lot of time, but it was like, it was good because then you eventually got back on track. And you went straight to Torvis Grove and did Boost Guardian and stuff like that again. So it was good. We were really happy to see that. So even though you lost, I think you played really well. We were like really happy.
Well, thank you.
Oh yeah, I was
The views
curious why.
Sasquatch, we were like, wow, busting out tricks. Like, storage C in a Venture Tour, that's crazy. That's
Oh
really
no,
good.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I just had a question, Stachifer. When you found a cannonball in energy, it was Torvus energy controller. Why didn't you pick it up at that moment? Like, what made you think I'll leave that behind?
Because I knew coming up were going to be a couple morph ball interactions where I would lose it fairly quickly, so I was hoping to be able to save it for a later time. And then I just later came back when I realized, okay, yeah, I can't get to the underside of that area without grabbing it, so I thought, screw it, I'll do it, just save a little bit of time if I ever come through again.
Which specific cannonball interactions were you worried about?
Like if I knew if I went to, actually, I think
Gathering
at that
Hall?
point, maybe, but I think at that point I also knew Sanctuary entrance used or was a check, so I knew I would lose it there. I was thinking maybe I could save it for as late as possible, maybe even take it into the final boss.
Yeah, that is a possibility you could have. The only thing that would have stopped you at that point in the game, that would have made you have to lose Cannonball, was checking area. Everything else you could deal with.
When you use crew attack, you can actually skip most cannons, including the ones in the Sank entrance. If you didn't know, you can actually just crew attack across.
Yeah.
But it would have been fairly safe for you to actually pick it up at that point.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, so you understand like why you couldn't take the elevator, because I think you stood in Aegon or Torvus Temple there for a little while. Like, why isn't the elevator going up?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it
okay.
doesn't activate until you take the item from
Yeah.
up in
Yeah.
the energy controller.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it sounds like Storm and I are picking on you, but like, we're really not. Like, we actually thought you played well, and it's just like, okay, you just need some game knowledge, and we'll give it to you right now. So, yeah, and it's like, it was really good. Like, again, I was really happy to see you just like after picking up that boost ball, take some time to figure out where to go. And again, like, it's like a few things are a little bit different. Like, you understand how to navigate Lower Torvus. Just if you knew like two more things about Lower Torvus, you might be winning this game. Like, that's how close you were. I think you played much better than the results suggest.
Okay. I mean, I've said this the last few races I've had, but before this tournament, I've had pretty much zero experience with the randomizer. So coming in as a very basic beginner, I think it's a great way to learn, and I feel like I've come a long way. I could lose by several hours, and I feel like I would have learned a lot. This tournament is extremely helpful, not just for providing a place for beginners and intermediates to compete and race, but also just complete new entries as well.
Hmm.
So even though I don't expect to go very far, I mean, I might even be out of the tournament right now, but hey, I'm extremely grateful. I mean, you've been able to see what this tournament has done for my knowledge of the game.
If you came at us like as knowing like almost nothing about the rando, it is already a pretty impressive amount of stuff you learned. So for sure, and you still have at least one more match, even at the worst scenario. So you're not done yet.
Woohoo! I have another match to lose. Let's do this.
Speaking of matches, Sasquatch, you're going to be playing Astral Echoes next. Do you have any thoughts on the match? Do you know much about Astral?
I don't. I have not watched anywhere near the amount of races I've wanted to. Just, busy with, life. But
Yeah.
I feel good about my improvement throughout the mentor stage. And I think that, I could only, I can keep going up from here,
Yeah. Well, all right. Just letting the chat know, we have a match on Tuesday at 4, and then another one next Saturday. But other than that, yeah, follow the schedule page and follow our runners. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Storm, for commentating with me. You can follow him as well.
Thank you.
With all that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next mission. Bye-bye.
See ya.
See you next mission.